for hammer. I want 1,000 of them. Hi, hi. I'm Kanna. Come on. I love you. Kamogumi. Kanna na 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 na. Hi, hi. I'm Kanna. Come on. I love you. Kamogumi. Kanna na 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 na. Con Kanna, hi hi. You heard that? Did you hear that? I mean, you were supposed to hear it. The double kamogumi, yay! Also, it's PowerPoint day, and by PowerPoint I mean like a Canva PowerPoint. So it'll be a little bit of a different stream today, and I don't know how long it will be. Like, we'll see. Like, I don't have like an insane amount of food. This reminds you of school already. Yes, I used to make so many PowerPoints back in school. They made us do so many presentations about like the most random things. Yeah. Need to get into Canva. It looks fun. I will say it's used a lot by VTubers to make thumbnails and stuff, for example. I don't really use it for thumbnails, but I do use it for like making notes or just like organizing things nicely, like organizing information. I use it for my ASMR notes. If I like have like the onomatopoeia ASMR and I have a list of the words, I usually do that in Canva. And it's free. I mean, there's a paid version, but I just use the free version. You made very rare presentations. You were so lazy. Oh, we had mandatory presentations. We had mandatory stuff. Also, just celebrated your birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Cipri! Otanjoubi, omedetou. Hope you had a nice day today. Good food, bad equals burned food. I mean, we'll see, Kamels. You don't know what Norway has to offer. Though I will say, some of the things on this list, I classify as bad food because I don't like it. Though, I've been generous and I've given all the bad food good pictures. Like, I found good pictures of the bad food, so you can like enjoy it if it's your type of food. But some of it, I think honestly is like pretty bad. Or I feel like you have to have like grown up with it to like it. Not biased. This will be a little bit biased, okay? It will be a little bit biased. But some of it I feel like is like, why is this a thing? And one of them, the translation over in English and like to describe what it is was like almost scientific. You found no bad food when you were in Norway? I would say some of the worst food is either more rare or it's more like holiday times, or they just don't serve it at restaurants. Rockfisk is love, Rockfisk is live. You'll see if Rockfisk is on the list today. It's on the list. But yeah, I also have it alternating like good and bad food, so we won't have like just good food and just bad food and stuff like that. I also don't know if all of this is like inherently traditional Norwegian. This is just like what in my mind is Norwegian food. And also I looked some of like lists of like Norwegian dishes, like Norwegian traditional dishes, and like picked out the ones I recognize. Don't remember seeing this overlay before. Is it new? I have used it before, but very rarely. Very, very rarely. Actually, let me move you guys up a tiny bit. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I just don't use gaming overlays a lot. But I do have this one. You would eat whale, to be honest. I mean, everyone has the stuff that they would or would not eat. You want to try hakarl? I don't know if it's hakarl. Is that Norwegian? I don't think that's in Norwegian. There's a couple of dishes that are like Scandinavian, but not Norwegian. Like Swedish dishes aren't on this list, for example. There could be dishes here that are a thing in Sweden, but are equally a thing in Norwegian, like in Norway. But yeah, we'll see what you think, Kamels, at the end. Should I maybe just start? I should maybe just start, right? You would try just about anything? I want to see at the end if some of you would legitimately try everything on the list today. Also, Malik, welcome back to the Combo Squad. Must say this stream reminds me it's been a while since we had a last look at the horrors of Combo Food Tag. Oh, we're doing that on Sunday. If you haven't looked at the schedule closely, Sunday we're doing Combo Gummy Food Review. Hakarl is Icelandic? Yeah, that's it. It's the fermented shark thingy. Also, I'm just cleaning my glasses. It got dust on one of the lenses. There we go. Oh, and you! Welcome back to the Combo Squad. Is Kanna good Norwegian or bad Norwegian? Am I not good Norwegian, Kamels? I mean, you wouldn't eat me, so... I would be bad as Norwegian food, but... good duck entertainment? Yeah. But Kamels, are you ready? Are you ready? I don't remember if I started on good or bad. Let's see. I think if I just press right here, it should show up. Are you ready, Kamels? Are you ready for the food? The atrocities that are the good images of bad food that I found, and also the good images of good food. Hail! Welcome back to the Combo Squad as well. I wouldn't be so sure about you not being edible. No! Don't eat ducks. Okay, ready? Okay. No! Okay, I'm starting with the bad food. It looks so appetizing, but I promise it's not Kamels. Also, I put up, like, translations of the dish for you in English and also the Norwegian name. So this is sushil. This is sushil, which is a pickled herring. It does look amazing. No, it's not amazing. It's awful. Okay, I swear, Kamels, this is awful. Also, I wouldn't say... Okay, does it look appetizing? Okay, if it doesn't look appetizing for all of you, then you're correct. You're correct. I hate this. You do love pickled things though, but it's like sour pickled. Out of like all the pickled stuff they make here, this is like one of the things that's always been the least appetizing for me, and you find it everywhere. Like, this is very common in Norway. Like, you can find like different versions of it and everything. It's like sour pickled herring. It usually doesn't have the garnish on it right out of the jar, but here it's gotten like red onion and like a little like an herb garnish from it and stuff like that. But it's commonly eaten on bread. It's like I would say it's like a sandwich topping. Yeah, I would say it's like treated like a sandwich topping here. And in what is very common in Norway to have like open-faced sandwiches. Like, that's the most common sandwich, like just a slice of bread or a slice of flatbread and stuff like that. It's just often eaten on top of that with maybe other things like a little layer of butter but I hate it. It looks raw. Yeah, that's because it's pickled. Yeah, I think this is also common in Denmark and Sweden, I want to say. But yeah. You give it a try. Ugh. Oh, you're killing me, combos. But I kind of knew going into this that, of course, this is a very... Oh, in Finland as well. Yeah, so it's a Nordic thing. Oh, Germany too? Ah, okay. So apparently very common. It is extremely common here. And I would say... growing up, Mama Nagi actually quite liked this a lot. She really likes this. And especially around holidays, she would get like good quality sushi. Which, no. Everyone from Belgium to Belarus has some version of this. Yeah, okay, so Northern Europe in general. You eat it in Germany, it's called rollmops. It's very different, but it's slightly different, but... many don't eat it. Yeah, I feel like this is a very divisive food. Like, either you like it or you hate it. I haven't met many people that are ambivalent to this. Your personal score is a 7 out of 10. It's a nice snack and side dish while drinking. I see. Pickle anything was an easy thing to make in the past. Lots of Europe has versions. I mean, that makes sense. And herring is kind of a common fish as well. But yeah, this is fish. You didn't catch it. Herring is a type of fish. But yeah, this is a dish with strong emotions. And I, surprisingly, or unsurprisingly, I'm in the hate camp. I hate this. I hate it so much. Looked it up on the first website you found to buy. It doesn't even have it listed on their main website. Well, that's weird. Fish alone is enough to make you pause. Yeah, you have to kind of like fish to like this. I feel like if you don't like fish, then you're definitely going to hate it. But I do like fish. Like, genuinely, I like a lot of seafood. I like a lot of fish dishes. This list, coincidentally today, a lot of the bad dishes are also fish dishes. But I swear, it's not because I don't like fish, okay? It's because Norway does a lot of messed up stuff with fish in particular. I found out when I was making this list. I was like, why do we do so many cursed things with fish? I also have some good dishes on today with fish in it, but so much of the fish stuff is cursed. Like, why can't we be normal? Kind of sounds like I don't like fish though. I promise I like it. I like fish, but no, not the sour pickling, not the sour pickled herring. One of the Swedish versions of sushi is surströmming. Oh yeah, Sweden does have surströmming, which is like even more cursed than this. Like way more cursed because of the smell. Coins. Also, look, thank you for the super coins. Arigato. What do you think of ceviche? It's kind of like this, but uses citrus juice instead of pickling. Oh, I've never had ceviche, so I don't have that much of an opinion on it, other than it looks refreshing. Norway is like 90% coast, so fish makes sense. Here's the thing, though. Camels. We're a coastal country, right? Okay, so Norway is a coastal country. We have a long coastline, lots of fjords and rivers, and like, you know, like famous Norway waters and stuff like that. Our selection of fish at the grocery store is real bad. This is going to be the fish rant again. Yeah, this is my fish rant, okay? We're a coastal country. Our selection of seafood is real lackluster. I mean, we have salmon, we have trout and cod and herring and stuff like that. But the UK is exactly the same. But yeah. If you go to the grocery store, there's like the fresh selection of fish is extremely bad. And then the frozen selection of fish is a little bit better, but also real bad. And it's like, why? And then they complain that Norwegians, like the government complains that the Norwegians, like Norway doesn't eat enough food, like doesn't eat enough fish, I mean. And I'm just like, well, give us a better selection then. Give us a better selection. Mackerel? Oh, we can get mackerel, like we can get mackerel fillets. in tomato sauce, like canned. But fresh mackerel fillets, you can get Norwegian mackerel fresh fillets in Japanese supermarkets, but you don't get them in Norway unless it's like a fancy supermarket or a fishmonger. And that's crazy. And fishmongers are kind of rare. So I don't feel like we're doing fish a favor in Norway when we have all these messed up fish dishes that I'm going to show you, when we could have a lot of delicious fish dishes. We do have some delicious ones, but it's like, I'm thinking it's no wonder. It's no wonder a lot of Norwegians don't eat fish, especially when a lot of these fish dishes are like sushi, where it's like either you like it or you hate it. They're like very divisive dishes. So yeah, sorry, that's my fish rant. I like it, but you can get fresh mackerel in the States easily. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen fresh mackerel fillets in a Norwegian grocery store. I haven't looked in every single Norwegian grocery store I've been in, but outside of the bigger stores in bigger cities that have like a fish counter, I've never seen fresh mackerel fillet, which is insane. Yeah. That's kind of crazy. That's tragic. I know. Like, I've had fresh mackerel. I've had fresh cold smoked mackerel, fresh grilled mackerel. It's really delicious. It's actually genuinely very good. But those cases where I've had it has only been because like I was like dining at someone that had fished it themselves. Like, had actually like went out and fished the mackerel and then smoked it. Or my parents like got it fresh from someone that fished it and then made it. Smoked mackerel, yeah, cold smoked mackerel is probably the best mackerel that I've had. Like, made outdoors, on a bonfire kind of thing. You think the 90% of all the fish you ate in Norway was really good and almost all were different types? You were lucky then. And honestly, if you were in Norway as a tourist, I feel like you might have gone places where they like actually have a fish selection, because you do find it somewhere in Norway. Like, some places do have it, but it's more rare, and it's mostly in the bigger cities. Yeah. Guess your selection ain't that great either, since you pretty much just have salmon. Yeah, salmon and cod is pretty normal here. You can get it everywhere. Like, there's a couple of fish types you can get everywhere, but otherwise, it's just bad. Isn't there a huge problem with salmon farming? Not really. Not really. Yeah. Is that fact that many large commercial fishing companies sell their best fish to Japan for sushi because they will pay more for it than to sell it in local EU fish markets? Yeah, I think that's the problem. Like, we sell our mackerel fillets to other countries and they don't sell them fresh here, or like outside of the specialty stores, sadly. I ate halibut for the first time in Norway. It was amazing. Oh, I don't know what halibut is in Norwegian. I'd have to search for that. Salmon, cod, tuna, shrimp. Those are basically the only fish and seafood Brits eat. We don't really get tuna here. Like, outside of like canned tuna, I've never seen fresh tuna, like fresh tuna fillets. Shrimp, we have a lot of those. Shrimp is pretty popular. But yeah, we've been at this bad dish for a while, Kamos. We've been at this bad dish for like 15 minutes, but this is probably how today is going to go. Like, we're going to look at dishes, and then I'm going to start ranting about some kind of food thing. Oh, kveite! Oh, halibut. Yeah, halibut is good. Halibut is more like a special occasion type of fish here, I would say. It's more like people fish for halibut, like the people that fish it, and it's like huge fishes, so you like get it and freeze it down, and then it's more eaten for special occasions, I would say. Yeah. I mean, good dish, no, bad dish. Pickled herring, bad. Pickled herring, bad, Kamos. Repeat after me. Pickled herring, bad. Yes, bad. You can eat it, but I will never eat it. And also, I don't like the smell of it. Good? No. Bad. How many have you missed? This is the first dish. Pickled herring bad, pickled herring good. I see. As I say, Kamals, this is a divisive dish. Okay, next one though. Next one. Okay, let me see. Next one we have. Ta-da! Yeah, I told you, Camels, there's good fish dishes. And as I said, we're going to be alternating good or bad. So this is fiskesuppe, which is basically creamy fish soup. Yes. This one, I would say, I've never had this with like a repeated recipe. This is kind of like the base has a very similar like recipe. There are like regional variant like varieties for this, but the type of fish that is put in is like whatever you feel like when you're making it. Very common with salmon, very common with trout. I would say those are perhaps the two most common fishes. Some people add shrimp, some people not. I prefer it without shrimp because I don't like shrimp. But you could also have cod in it, and like any type of fish you want, really. The garnishes also like up to whoever. The things you have on the side, like up to whoever. I would say like usually the side is a really nice bread, like a really nice lighter bread, or like baguettes, like sliced baguettes or sliced buns or something like that. Pretty much mystery fish dependent on who makes it. Yeah, mystery fish. So this is super good. This is like a creamy hearty soup. And really good. What does the soup base taste like? It's a cream based one. I don't know what to call it other than a creamy based soup. And it kind of takes on a gentle oceanic flavor. Also, I'm really thinking probably make myself a little bit bigger. Let me do this. Yeah, I can be this size. I think all the images are kind of centered on the little PowerPoint I made. Yeah, you'll love to see this recipe. If you search for fiskesuppe and recipe, or like Norwegian fish soup recipe, you'll probably find a variant of it. Because as I say, like this one doesn't necessarily have a set recipe. You can also buy like powdered fish soup thing that you only like mix out with cream, so you don't have to like make it from scratch. Is it really good? This is really good. This is really good. I have never had a version, yeah, total fiskesuppe, like pre-made stuff. The pre-made stuff actually also tastes really good for this. Yeah, I have never had a version of this that I wouldn't rate at least a 9 out of 10. And that includes the ones that have like the pre-made bases, like the store-bought pre-made bases. The homemade ones, I would say, are usually also like they're usually always 10 out of 10, but even the pre-made stuff is like a 9 out of 10. This is really good. It's really hard to go wrong with a creamy soup. And this is for someone that like has a lot of fish dishes on the bad dish list for today. So this is like the number one fish dish I think I would recommend if you're going to eat Norwegian food. This is like my number one recommendation. And with whatever assortments you like of fish you want in it. Like you could have this with shrimp if you like shrimp. If you don't like shrimp, there's no reason to have it in there. Just put fish in. You could have it with only one type of fish. Like you could have it with salmon only or trout only. Or you could have it like with salmon and cod or salmon and herring, or just whatever you want. You love pre-made thingies because they can be made at home. Yeah, you can make them more easily at home if you use the pre-made bases. But yeah, you make basically for this one, you make like the soup paste first in my experience. And then you usually, I think you would want to like pan fry the fish a tiny bit. I think the fish in this image has been like, it's like pan fried salmon that's been grilled on one side, either salmon or trout. But you don't like cook it all the way through. Like you would just like sear the outside and throw it in. But I think you can just throw it in raw as well. You don't need to pan fry it. Oh, I'm having a wonderful day. I am. Hi for dropping in. It's just a bunch of seafood and cream broth. Yeah, exactly. And it's wonderful. And then I would say having some type of bread on the side, or you could have flatbread as well. Flatbread, a nice bread, a nice baguette, something like that on the side is really nice. And if you have bread on the side, having like, as you see in the image here, there's like lemon. Having lemon, you can squeeze over the bread. Extremely good. Pan frying the fish beforehand sounds good. Yeah, give it an extra crisp. Give it an extra bit of like fish juices. Stuff like that. So heavily recommend. This is a banger. This is a certified banger. Lemon is too sour. You know, just a tiny bit of lemon on the bread, like lemon and butter on the bread. I feel like garlic bread would go good with it. I would say maybe. It would depend on the garlic bread. If the garlic bread is too strong, I feel like it could overpower the flavor of the soup because it is a pretty gentle flavor. But yeah. Fisksuppe is really good. Okay, next dish though. I don't remember the order in which I put these, but we'll see. Done! Oh god, we're back to the fish atrocities. Camels. I said I found good pictures of the dishes. It is hard to make this look good. I didn't take the picture myself, obviously. I have the sources of the pictures in the at the end of the presentation, but this is balls. Yeah, it's balls. That's what it's called. I just did a direct translation. This is a fiskeboller I hvitsaus. Fiskeboller I hvitsaus. And it's called fish balls in white sauce. The real crime with this is that my family growing up would make this semi-frequently. I could smell it. I could smell it in the house before I knew they were making it. And it was never a good time. I would always like eat the sides. And this is also, we're going to get into this later. This is a thing that they do that destroy a lot of Norwegian dishes. I feel like in like a lot of Norwegian households is the sides for a lot of these traditional dishes are very pitiful. Can you smell the picture? I think I've like deleted the smell from my memory. What is the white sauce made out of? I think it's super simple, but yeah, the white sauce just kind of looks like this. It kind of just looks like this. If you like pure fish flavor, like very fishy flavor with very slightly flavorless sauce, and then also very pitiful side dishes, maybe you would like this. You have to be honest, this looks terrible. This is one of the best pictures I found of it. This is one of the best pictures, Cobbles. It's you love how the white sauce looks. Okay, you can eat this, Camels. I will push this all over to you. What's the side dish? Here they just have some boiled carrots with herbs on it, I guess. But honestly, that's the side dishes for a lot of it. It's like boiled potatoes, boiled frozen vegetables, or just boiled carrots. And then often without garnish, just with like salt and pepper. Is it crunchy or mushy? Oh, the fish balls and the white sauce are like mushy. They're the mushy kind because they're not pan fried ahead of time. They're just like boiled. Kazoo of food. Oh my god, it kind of does look like kazoo. I'm not going to lie. The carrot sounds good. Just give you the sides. Yeah, when I got this for dinner, I would just eat the boiled potatoes and the boiled vegetables, and yeah, it was not good. They come canned. Yeah, I think the fish balls for this often come canned. Norwegian food in general is very basic. Poor man's food, actually, yeah. Some of the dishes, you're going to see are very basic. But yes, Cobbles, do you think you'd like this? The balls, the fish balls. Fine. When I was writing this translations, I was like, well, that's what it's called. Saranter, thank you for the super coins. Gotta remember orange powder on top. I don't think I ever had that in my family. We just had it very basic. No, instant no. It looks healthy. You don't... Oh wait, I accidentally scrolled. You don't think it looks bad? It must, but it being mushy kills it for you? Yeah, the mushiness, the texture is very... yeah. Why did someone empty a bottle of Elmer's glue on the plate? You just came back. No, this is food. This is food. You want to go back to the fish soup? Yeah, should we go back to the fish soup? Cobbles, look at this. This is why I'm saying, like, Norway does a lot of weird stuff with fish. Like, I swear, Cobbles, I'm not, like, extremely picky on how fish is made. But Norway somehow have found like the most like bland or cursed versions of fish that they could manage. And they're just like, this is good. This is our traditional food. Fish soup is an outlier. Fish soup is really good. This is like a 1 out of 10 for me. We just had too many cods here. There's a lot of cod. There's a lot of food with cod in it. Yeah. It's going to be a real Pecan Valley stream. Yeah, you'll see. What if you blend the fish balls and carrots and you get the soup? Oh god, you put this all in a blender? Oh no. Oh my god, the texture. Oh. Oh, don't put that picture in my head, combos. Oh god, I feel like I'm actually getting nauseous. Oh my goodness. Does it go well with rice? This was never served with rice growing up. No, never with rice combos. I wish it was served rice. Only boiled potatoes and boiled vegetables. Boiled frozen vegetables. Okay, come on, we gotta go to the next one before like I ate food before this stream. Now I wish I didn't. Oof. What fish is it usually? I feel like this is like just common whitefish. Is it like shirako? It's probably better than the texture of shirako, but I also haven't had shirako. Okay, next one. Ta-da! Okay, good. Oh my god, this is so much better. This is so much better. Sauteed reindeer. Yes, fin biff. Fin biff, really good. This one actually we would have with rice quite often. Can be served with boiled potatoes because oh boy, just does Norway love boiled potatoes. But can be served with rice. We're eating Rudolph, not Rudolph specifically, but yes, the reindeer. The reindeer. Are those cranberries? They are cranberries. So this is sauteed reindeer, and it's kind of like you get it as frozen sliced reindeer at the store, which sounds weird, but that's like the common way you get the meat for this is like the frozen sliced reindeer, and then you pan fry that and you make like a kind of like stew base. You make kind of like a stew base on the side, and then you combine those two together for this, which is like sauteed reindeer. The sides for this is usually cranberry jam. Yeah, I actually don't like the cranberry jam. Personally, not a fan of the cranberry jam. It's a little bit too acidic for me. But just this straight up with rice and then maybe some vegetables. I don't mind the boiled vegetables. Camels. Again, growing up, I think we would have this most common with like white plain rice and then boiled like overboiled vegetables. But the sauce of this and like the meat is so good that it covers up the boiled vegetable taste. It's really good. Is that a gamey taste? Oh, not at all. The flavor is similar to like beef-like. It's a little bit beef-like, a little bit more like wild in the flavor, but not like a bad gamey. It's more beefy than gamey. But the sauce for this is very good. Also, again, it's a cream-based sauce. This is like a cream-based stewy sauce. Your question is why boil vegetables when you could roast them? That's a question I wish I could travel back in time and ask my mom when she was cooking when I was growing up. I feel like the answer is it's easier to just throw it in the pot and boil it. And also, it was like the way to do it. Creamy sauces are so good, but yeah. So this is really good. If you haven't had reindeer is very like beef, like a little bit differently flavored beef. Yeah. Is this served during the winter because it feels like a winter dish? This is kind of a little bit more of an expensive dish, I would say. I would say beef is also kind of a little bit more expensive. But this one is it's a very common dish if my parents wanted to make something fancier. Yeah, it's lean but still very tender. Yeah, it's very tender but also very lean. Yeah, Yeah, it's like once every so often, like maybe like once every 2 months kind of deal. When I grew up, Mama Nagi would make this. Mama Nagi really likes this dish. But yeah. So no specific season necessarily, but it's like, oh, we should make fin biff. It's like been forever kind of deal. So not very frequent, but yeah. Cranberry tends to be pricey dishes. The cranberry jam you can like buy readily made, and the cranberry jam isn't that pricey. Because cranberry is pretty common here, I want to say, but the reindeer is the expensive part. It's kind of funny though, because eating dairy is pretty common. Once you say reindeer, it sounds like we have something against Santa. I would say it's the opposite here. Eating reindeer is pretty common, but it's also probably because Norway and some of the other Scandinavian and Nordic countries have Sami as like the indigenous people, and Samis do reindeer herding. And then of course like the reindeer meat is sold, so reindeer is pretty available, like at least in this frozen form, like in basically all grocery stores all year round. But deer is pretty rare actually. Deer is, I think, basically only around deer hunting season, and deer is not in the entirety of Norway. And usually it's like if you are a deer hunter, you acquire deer. It's super rare to see it in the grocery store in my experience. And I've actually never had deer, but I've had reindeer like in this dish form a lot of times growing up, like a lot of times. No deer farms, no. Reindeer farming is an almost exclusive right to the Sami in the Nordics. Yeah. It's only the Sami who can farm reindeer. Feel like every Norwegian has cranberry in their backyards. Yeah, cranberries are one of the more common berries up here. So that's probably why it's cranberry jam. And honestly, the acidicness of the cranberries, the sourness of it probably goes really well with this dish because it's pretty creamy. I just don't like cranberries. But I have it on good authority from my mom and my sisters that it is good. How would I describe the taste? Like if you had like a creamy beef stew or something like that, probably it's kind of similar. But yeah, so this is fin biff. This is fin biff, sauteed reindeer. Really good. Thumbs up. And the rest of the slideshow has been a lot of fun so far. Oh, have a nice day. Have a nice day for leaving. And hi for dropping in. Raining cranberries are good for the heart and stuff. I have not gotten those cranberry benefits then. From how I describe reindeer, it sounds like it tastes very similar to regular white-tailed deer. Could very well be very similar. No idea though. Yeah, many cranberry bushes outside your cabin. Yeah, if you go outside in like foresty regions up in Norway at least, there's a lot of I would say cranberries are pretty common. Blueberries are pretty common. Depending on like the season, it has to be berry season. Raspberries can be pretty common, and then cloudberries are pretty common as well if you're in more marshland country. Have I covered the formaldehyde fish? I don't know what the formaldehyde fish would be, but there are more fish dishes left. Like there's a lot of dishes left. And the next one, bam! We have soup. We have beta soup. I don't know if this is the correct translation, but I just directly translated it. And in Norwegian, it's called betasuppe, which basically is beta soup, as you can see. Not alpha soup? Yeah, no alpha soup. No. What is the meat? I think it's beef or pork. I feel like it's beef. Beta soup is nice. This is the thing with me, Camels. This is oh, hi kitty cat. Hi Jinjin. Are you hungry for this beta soup? No, I don't think so. He probably would like the meat. In this stream, Kanna's hot takes about good food. The thing is, this isn't. It's not awful, but it's very watery. This is the thing for me. This is like a very watery soup. Like, could be I've only had bad versions of this. Hi for dropping in. Hi. Could be I've only had bad versions, but it's like the super mid. It's like very mid. It's the flavor is basically only the flavor of the vegetables that is in it, which is often potatoes, carrots, and then maybe some leeks, and then a little bit of beef, but it's like 80% vegetables, and it's like carrots and potatoes. And as you probably are going to realize as I go along today, is I've had a lot of boiled potatoes and carrots growing up, and I think at some point my body just started rejecting it. Yeah, it does take like flavored water for me. This is like, I've had chicken soup. Chicken soup is great, Kamos. Chicken soup is not on the list today because I wouldn't say it's not like traditionally Norwegian in a sense. Like at least I don't see it made too often. But yeah, this is, it's just kind of sad, and then it's very watery. It's like not hearty in any way. This is very watery. What about roasted potatoes? Roasted potatoes are great, but this is boiled potatoes. Well, it's a very plain kind of soup. So beta soup, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of this at all. I want the alpha soup. I guess if there was an alpha soup, it would have to be better, right? You love roasted carrots too? Yeah, roasted carrots, roasted potatoes are great. But this is literally just carrots and potatoes and leek, like chopped up. Maybe some salt and pepper. Like salt and pepper. Pepper. And then I don't know what other flavorings they use. Maybe some kind of vegetable stock, but yeah. On Wikipedia it says it has lamb or mutton. Oh, it could be lamb. Yeah, it could be lamb or beef. I honestly forget what meat they use in this, but the meat is very forgettable in every type of beta soup that I've had. Yeah, but Kamos, on the flip side, Norway has something else, and you're gonna have to hear me out here. You're gonna have to hear me out, because you might go like, Kanna, this is just the same. These are the same picture, but no, Kamos, it's different. It's different. This is like a stew. I literally like looked up the translation of this. It's like almost the same ingredients. Oh, not the next one. Next one is bad. Don't worry about it. But it's stew. It's in a stew form. It's way better. They're way better. This is Lapskaus. They're the same picture. No, they're different. They're different. This is bad. This is way better. Yes, if any Norwegians are in the chat and has had Lapskaus, Lapskaus is great. This is really good. It's the same thing but thickened? No, it's way superior. It's way superior. I see some of you know what I'm talking about. The sauce is much thicker. Yeah, this is basically like a stew. It's like cooked in. And it has potatoes and carrots in it. But I will say that meat is generally more flavorful. I feel like maybe they pan-fried the meat first or whatever. Like, it often has like a little bit of smoky meat in it. Like the meat is way better. But it's potatoes and carrots and like maybe other stuff. And it's cooked until like the potatoes are almost a little bit mushy with the sauce. But it's so good. There's a German version of this and that's absolutely disgusting. No, it's not disgusting. It doesn't look the most appetizing, but this is like a hearty good. Like a hearty good dish. Is that some super crisp bread inside? Yeah, that's flatbread. I actually have a flatbread separately later, so we'll talk about flatbread combos. But this is usually eaten with flatbread, as you can see. The bread doesn't look all that great. This is like super thin. It's like a super thin. It's not like a tortilla at all. This is way thinner than a tortilla. A super thin, totally crispy flatbread, and like it's paper thin, so you can like snap it without using any force at all. So you have it with flatbread, and a little bit of butter on the side, and it's really good. It's hard to describe this type of flatbread if you haven't had it, but it's actually nice and flavorful, and it adds a little bit of like a crisp. It's Kamo's flattened by Kanna. No. But yeah, crisp bread or flatbread, depending on what you want to call it. But it's really good. If it's crispy, you think you'll love it. Yeah. This is crispy. Honestly, the closest comparison in form and texture would actually probably be chips, like potato chips. It doesn't like snap in the same way as potato chips does, but it's the same type of like thinness as a potato chip. But it's different because it's like made out of flour and stuff. So it's like its flavor is different, its snap is different, but it's paper thin. Yeah. Flatbreads doesn't taste like anything. Flatbreads, if you only had tasteless flatbreads, I would say you have had bad ones. For me, they're often nicely flavorful. This salted bread, it doesn't really have like a lot of like salt in it. It's a really like subtle bread-like flavor, but with a nice crisp. And not all flatbreads are equal, but good flatbreads are really good. Would the texture be similar to wonton wrappers? I haven't had wonton wrappers, but I imagine maybe a little bit. You love that kind of bread? Great with cream cheese? Yeah, with cream cheese, with butter, or with a stew like this is super good. Your tummy rumble, why am I making you hungry? You knew there were going to be good food today as well as bad food. But yeah, Lapskaus is really good. It's like a giant cornflake, but wheat or raw. Yeah, like a giant cornflake. Yeah. But yes, Lapskaus is good. Beta soup, very basic, extremely basic, and therefore I'm calling it bad because that's the problem with a lot of Norwegian food, is that it's kind of flavorless. and I feel like that should stop. Okay, we need to add a little bit of flavor. A little surprised by this one. In North Germany, you have Lapskaus, but it looks totally different. Basically developed from leftovers of ship rations. I feel like this one is usually a more like set ingredients rather than like leftovers. Still can't get over how similar they look. I realized that when I was like making this PowerPoint. I was like, I'm going to hear this from camels. Too far away from the spice trade? Yeah, maybe. Also, camels, the next one is a mixed bag. But I put it as bad because I kind of dreaded every single time we had this growing up. This is not, at least in my family, it wasn't a common everyday dish. This was kind of like 3 or 4 times a year kind of dish because the prep time is longer. This is fårikål, which literally is mutton and cabbage. Mutton cabbage. That looks atrocious. Yeah, it looks real bad. This is one of the dishes where it's real bad making it look appealing. But I will admit, the mutton part is good. What I would do growing up is I would wash off the cabbage part, and the mutton is delicious. But every single time I had this growing up, I would be pushed to eat some of the cabbage, and the texture of the cabbage is like, it's like they wanted to pickle it, but it's not pickled. It's boiled, and it's like boiled for a long time. And do you love cabbage in dishes like this? Do you? I don't know. I just cannot with this cabbage. It's not crunchy. It's not. I wouldn't say it's reach slimy, but yeah, it's like some kind of like boiled steamed concoction. Oh, I actually like cabbage. I do like cabbage. I like crispy cabbage. I really like crispy cabbage. Like cabbage and stir fries, crispiness and stuff like that. That's good. But this boiled cabbage, no. These dishes are always better if you toss the cabbage after it's done its job of being cooked with the meat for you. Yeah. As I said, like the meat in this is good, but the dish as a whole, I think it's bad. And somehow, come on, you want to guess what the sides were? You want to take a guess at the sides they served this with when I grew up? That made this so much more infinitely worse. Boiled potatoes. Yes, boiled potatoes. You got it. It's more boiled potatoes, and then also boiled vegetables. The boiled vegetables. Yes, mashed potatoes would have been a blessing. I would have killed for some mashed potatoes with this. boiled potatoes and boiled vegetables, and then this. So I would end up eating the meat, which would be good, but then with the boiled potatoes and boiled vegetables. You're so over boiled carrots, yeah. Pressure cooked vegetables, that sounds like it would be better. Boiled cabbage is hard to make taste good, yeah. Oh, also the black bits here are black peppercorns, by the way. Yeah, black peppercorns, which does give the beef like no, the mutton, not beef, does give the mutton like peppery flavor, which is good. Again, the meat in itself is good. It is everything around it's bad. This is all like Dutch food, but more interesting. Are you sure? Are you sure? I feel like Dutch food would be more interesting. It's like a 5-minute step to make mashed potatoes from boiled. Why are Norwegians so lazy in cooking? I ask myself that every day when reminiscing about my childhood food. In Netherlands, you even made an acronym for potatoes, vegetables, meat, as pretty much all your dishes are just that. A lot of Norwegian dishes are also like that. Like this one. But also with boiled cabbage. Dutch put sprinkles on bread. You didn't know about that? Oh, there is a Norwegian thing I ate growing up. That was just butter and sugar on bread. But I wouldn't consider that Norwegian traditional foods. It's not on the list. Yeah. How do you pronounce fårikål? Oh, fårikål. Fårikål. Oh, this is the letter O. Fårikål. Also, look, thank you for the super coins. Arigato. Boiled vegetables topped with meat and boiled potatoes sounds like I'm one step away from Dutch stampot. Just mash it all together. This one will be hard to mash though because the meat does have bones in it. You have to like take out. Yeah, this is fårikål. Mutton, cabbage, and bad. Overall bad. Does have good meat, but the rest of it is bad. Did not have an enjoyable time when we had this growing up. Okay, next one though. Ta-da! This one I kind of I didn't do a direct translations of this because if I directly translate the name, it's going to sound bad. This is flæskepannekake. In my house growing up, we just called it pancakes with bacon. So that's what I translated as. It's a flat pancake. Oh, does it look like a pizza? It's flat, like you like pan fried the pancakes, of course, to bake them. But super good. This I would also have with blueberry jam, which isn't as traditional, but this with also blueberry jam is really, really good. It's not flesh pancakes, but flesk is like what do you call like the white part of the meat camels? What's that called again? The fat pancakes. Yes, this is like fat pancakes, but the fat is not like it's like being fat. This is just like fat, like the fat of meat. So lard, yeah, like lard, yeah. Yeah, it's like a fat lard pancake. That's the direct translation because you can call bacon flæsk, or you can call it like fat in Norwegian. Most people I feel like just call it bacon nowadays, but you could call it fat. So lard pancakes or fat pancakes. But I was like, that doesn't sound very appetizing. Those pancakes look super soft, yeah. So when you make pancakes in Norwegian, like this pannekake, which is called, you make it more like crepes. It's more like crepes than what countries like US call pancakes. Because in the US, when you make pancakes, it's often like the thick ones, right? Norwegian pancakes is often like the thin crepe kind. Yeah. So this is really good. It's literally what it is. It's an a very indulgent dinner food. We would have this for dinner a decent amount growing up because it's so good. It was like popular with me and my siblings. Yeah, you got those thick pancakes. Yeah, these are like flat pancakes, but it's really good. So you basically make like a more thinner, watery batter, and then you use this one for dinner. Yeah, this is a dinner food. This is a dinner food. This is a savory food because of the bacon. How about the side dish? This is the dish, Kamos. This is the dish. Breakfast in Norway is often like sandwiches or cereal. Like you don't really have savory food for breakfast. At least not when I grew up. So this is like you use a cast iron pan to make this if you want it to be really, really good and like be a little bit crispy. Like when it's freshly made. So you like put the batter in a cast iron pan. You like make it go like all over the pan and then you flip it. So like pan fried on two sides. Americans tend to make sweet pancakes. Yeah, this is... I mean, the pancakes in itself aren't really overly savory or overly sweet. It's a more of a neutral taste. Like, just a nice neutral pancake flavor. And then you could have it like... So the three variants... I feel like... Oh, also, Jin, why are you meowing? Jin? Why are you meowing, little guy? You're going to the vet on Friday. Yes. Probably not going to enjoy that, but... Is the batter still flour-based? Yeah, flour-based batter. This looks heavy for dinner food. You would have problems sleeping after this. You don't eat too much of it. And you don't have like a ginormous amount of bacon on one pancake. So what you would do is you would put this flat, or at least in my home, and then you would put like a row of bacon across it. And also sugar. Because sugar with bacon is really good. You put a row of bacon across it, and then you roll it up. You roll it up, and then you can like just eat it with your hands, or because it's a little bit buttery and a little bit sugary because of the bacon and everything, you can eat it with a knife and fork. Or my favorite way of eating this is like make the row of bacon and then also add a little row of blueberry jam, which is really good. It's really good. Blueberry jam and bacon together on pancakes. Delicious. You don't use any sweetness of bacon where you live? You wish it was explored more? Yeah, it's really good. I would say with the blueberry jam, I would choose like a high blueberry content blueberry jam, but it's so good. What do you mean? This is delicious. This thing, if you haven't tried it, if you like bacon and you like jams, like blueberry jam in particular, I wouldn't do this with strawberry jam. Strawberry jam is too sweet. If it's breakfast, this is killing you. I'm so sorry. Strawberry jam is too sweet. Raspberry jam is too sweet. I would say cranberry jam is too acidic, but blueberry jam is just the right type, like, combo for bacon with this. It's a very indulgent dinner, and I love that we had this semi-frequently growing up. It was probably one of my top, like, 2-3 favorite food dish, like, favorite dishes growing up. Probably my favorite, like, Norwegian traditional food we had growing up. Yeah. Maple syrup is really only common in North America, since that's where it come from. Yeah, maple syrup isn't common here. Maple syrup is not common at all. Putting blueberries in pancake batter itself is good too. Yeah. I don't think it's really done with this type of pancake because it gets too thin. Yeah, this is pancakes. But what we call pancakes here is probably what you call more crepes in the US and some other countries. But this is pancakes, like, believe me. We have something that are more similar to Norwegian like the US pancakes. But they're made with like a sour kind of milk, and they're like usually like served as more of a dessert type food. Which is called lapper. Which means like patches. Yeah, lapper, that's it. Yeah, so yeah, some of you in chat, or svele or lapper. Some of you in chat immediately knows what I'm talking about. So we have more of the thick style pancake, but it's different, and it's made with a particular kind of milk and stuff. Buttermilk, yeah, I think it might be buttermilk. Buttermilk pancakes, yeah. But yeah, lapper is really good. Mama Nagi, my mom, she's really good at making those, and she would make them occasionally growing up. But yeah, this is good. This is good combos. This is really good. Heavily recommend it. Pancakes, like this crepe style pancakes with bacon. If you never tried it, real good. Recommend. And I feel like this is the kind of thing that's easy to make, like, wherever you are, because most places have some kind of bacon, and the pancake batter is pretty easy, like flour-based batter. It's to mix bacon into the batter. Ooh, fancy. Could you maybe put some other meat than bacon? Oh, I'm sure you could use sausage meat, but bacon style meat does work the best for this. Okay, next one. Oh my god, it's this. Yeah. Torskerogn. Boiled. This is boiled. This is one of the things that my parents could not get me to eat growing up. This is cod roe. It's just like cod roe that's cooked, boiled whole, and then sliced. When you can see the veins like that, you know it's bad. Yeah. This is good. Some of you might like it. Like, obviously some people like it since it's a dish, but it's boiled, it looks dry and crusty. I think it's because it's cod roe. It's the texture of it. How could you ruin cod? I mean, this is a part of cod that you often don't eat. First thing you would actually refuse. That's why I said, Kamos, at the end of this today, you gotta tell me if you genuinely feel like you could eat all of the things from today. Like, all of it, without any exceptions, because I highly doubt it. Everything cooked raw, only raw? Yeah, this is like cooked. Is that a delicacy? I would say no. This is the type of dish that very occasionally will get made in my household, and then none of the kids would eat it. Yeah. Yeah. Is that white mold in the middle? No, I think it's salt. I think it's like salt and pepper on top of it. I did say, Kamals, I tried to find appetizing pictures of everything. You're vegans, you wouldn't have any of it, to be honest. Oh, there might be some dishes you could like take out the meat from, I think. But a lot of Norwegian dishes, if you take out the meat or take out the fish, you're just stuck with like plain vegetables or boiled potato, which isn't really good. Norway doesn't have a lot of traditional like good vegetarian or vegan dishes, if I'm being honest. When it comes to traditional food. Salt and pepper, the standard flavorings. Yeah, salt and pepper, and then there's like one slice of lemon. That's all you get, Kamals. Smells funky. Yeah, the smell of this, not good. Yeah, I've never eaten it, but just based on smell alone, I'm telling you it's bad. I'm telling you it's bad, Kamals. Should I maybe eat it before I can judge? Yes, but now I have the excuse of crippling food allergies, so I can't eat it anymore. This is the good part about having crippling food allergies, is now I have an excuse. But as a kid, I would not touch this. Looks like a food prop to you? No, this is real food, Kamals. What are the veiny thingies on the outside? They're veins. They're blood veins? They're just veins, Kamals. Fried torskerogn is good. I don't think frying cod roe could help it. Not for me. To be fair, bad smelling food is not necessarily bad tasting food. Oh yeah, I've heard that. But as a kid, if something smells atrocious, it's really hard to convince people otherwise. Yeah. I like how you're trying to save this, Kamals, but the traditional dish is like this. This is what you get. And I like how you're desperately trying to save it, everyone. It's this, like, you could probably save it if you like slaughter it in a lot of stuff and then hide it in soup and stuff like that. But this is like how it would be served. It looks like straight up. Was a dad only dish? Maybe. You let it die as soon as you saw it? Yeah. As a fellow Norwegian, you'll skip this one? Okay, the next one should be a good dish though. But yeah, cod roe, bad. No, do not want. Not very much do not want. You just joined and you see rocks and lemon. I'm sorry, this isn't rocks. This is boiled roe. Boiled roe. Yeah. Okay, next one. There we go. Okay, now I think this one and the next one are both like this. Because this is fish cakes. And fish cakes are such a broad range. Or a mixed bag. Yeah. This is a mixed bag. This looks like a good fish cake, almost. This is like the good end of the spectrum. But this, in my experience in Norway, this is a broad range of fish cakes. Fiskekaker. Fiskekaker is what it's called. It's not fish balls. These are more like flattened, like not quite like a burger patty, but like more like a patty shape, usually pan fry it. Some of these can be extremely good and flavorful, and then you can have ones that are really flavorless. Like I've had really flavorless ones, or ones that just taste like off a fish. But this is like the good type. So that's why this is like bad good. This is like heavily dependent on like, are you getting good fish cakes? Like you can buy a lot of fish cakes at the store, but not all fish cakes are equal. And you can also get these homemade. But I would say a lot of the time when I've had fish cakes, I've had the store-bought kind, because they're kind of tedious to make. You put them in okay. I would say these ones can be great, but they can also be awful, and a lot of it is just kind of middling towards okay. The tragedy of this again, though, Camels. This is a really nice picture because it doesn't show the sides. You could have this as a sandwich topping, actually, which probably would be pretty good. We're back in boiled potato and vegetable territory, sadly. This is another reason why this like verges towards bad. Where's the tartar sauce? No tartar sauce. We would have like melted butter with this growing up. That's all we got. Melted butter, Camels. Melted butter is great, but no sauce. Melted butter, and then boiled potatoes and boiled vegetables. And oh boy, am I traumatized by boiled vegetables growing up. No tartar sauce? Yeah, no tartar sauce. I've never had tartar sauce, actually. Do Norwegians love boiling things? Yeah, boiling things as sides. Was it at least salted butter? No. You do get salt with this, though. Salt and pepper is like the only spices that would be on the dinner table. Didn't at least have french fries as an option? No. Growing up, Camels, you gotta realize, french fries was for other dishes. This was a boiled potato and vegetable only dish in my household. No salted butter, just plain butter. Like plain butter that would be like melted in a pan, or just like plain butter, like melted butter in a bottle. Just kind of like melange butter. Under region, yeah, this is why I'm doing this food thing today, because I have personal experience with almost all of this food. I haven't eaten everything on today's list, but some of them I categorically refuse to eat. And the bottled pre-made melted butter. That was also a thing. And it was like melange butter. So the fish cakes themselves can be absolutely delicious, but everything that we would get served with it, except for the butter, would be really bad. Mayonnaise on this? No, we didn't get mayonnaise either. Traditional Norwegian foods are a little plain. Does not mean bad, but a lot of things can hint at similar side dishes. Yeah, a lot of things are with the similar side dishes. Like if you go in a restaurant and get fish cakes, you probably have more exciting sides, but this was like, you know, on the childhood dinner table. We only got aioli in the last 10 years. Yeah, aioli and a lot of sauces like that has only started becoming popular in the last like 10 plus years in Norway. Like you can find a lot of sauces now in regular grocery stores. Didn't used to be a thing 20 years ago when I was like 10, 11 and stuff like that, and I would get served this on the dinner table. I think it's probably better nowadays, but also I would say some dishes that are popular in Norway are like Tex-Mex tacos, for example, which isn't on this list today because it's not a traditional Norwegian food, but it's highly popular. Like we would have that like once a week or once every second week. We would have like Tex-Mex tacos growing up. So like, but that's like not Norwegian food. I loved the taco days. Taco Friday, which yeah, some people have it every Friday. Exactly, we used to have it on Fridays. Taco Friday in my household was a celebration because then it was finally no boiled potatoes. You've never eaten tacos until you came to Norway? You know, that checks out. Norway has like a taco aisle in every grocery store. Like even if you're in a tiny grocery store, there's a taco section, like a full-on taco section with like multiple like taco spices and multiple like tortillas and like tortilla shells and taco aisle. Yeah, there's like a taco section. Depending on the size of the grocery store, the taco section like grows in size or shrinks in size, but it's always there. Like even like the year I lived out in the country in Mamanagi, the closest grocery store would be like a tiny one, and even that one had a taco section. So I love like Tex-Mex tacos, but I didn't put it on today because it's not traditionally Norwegian. It's so huge. It's very crazy. Like the sushi aisles that are getting popular sounds great. I would say sushi is more and more popular in Norway, but it's a more gradual thing. But yeah, fish cakes, fiskekaker, can be good, can be bad. The sides are usually very lackluster in my experience, but fish cakes themselves can be super good. Okay, now next one. Same thing, meat cakes. I had them both on here and I was like, I might as well put them together. I would say meat cakes or kjøttkaker usually has less variety than fish cakes in my opinion, or like in my experience. The sides are equally bad but also a tiny bit different. This is a super broad category. This is usually served with brown sauce, I will say. Meat cakes with brown sauce. It's pretty good. I think this is like pea puree. I wish I could say I got this with pea puree once. You wanna guess, Kabos? What it was served with in my household? Also, this was often served with cranberry jam again. I don't like the cranberry jam, but boiled potato, yes! You can even see the boiled potatoes in the image, but also the sides wasn't mashed peas or pureed peas. It was boiled vegetables. I think maybe very occasionally we would have mashed potatoes, but when we had mashed potatoes growing up, we didn't have potatoes but mashed a lot of the time. It was usually like the powdered potato mash that like you boil with milk or whatever to make mashed potatoes. You kind of like boiled potatoes, not when you had them like me growing up. Boiled potatoes, I'm not a fan of anymore. But the meat cakes themselves are good. The meat cakes themselves are often very good. Aren't these just meatballs? No, they're different from meatballs. They're slightly different texture. I would say they're often a looser texture, and a little bit bigger and a little bit flatter. And you're usually like they're boiled in the sauce. We usually also always got these ones frozen, so they would come like pre-cooked. This is the normal way. I feel like a lot of people get meat cakes in Norway. You would get them frozen or in the cold aisle, and they will come like pre-cooked. So you only need to like boil them in the brown sauce. So it's kind of an easy traditional Norwegian dish to make. And that also meant that I had it a lot growing up. This one I had more than the fish cakes. Online websites call these Norwegian meatballs. I would say meat cakes is more proper because meatballs is a thing here. Especially Swedish meatballs is pretty popular here, and meatballs is different. Meatballs are usually also smaller. It's like an instant meal. It's not quite like an instant meal, but it's like a step between instant and homemade. You can fry them on a pan and warm them in sauce later. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it, is when you actually pan fry them first, even though they're like pre-cooked. You pan fry them, get them an extra little crispy, and then put them in the pan with the sauce. Svenska, yeah, the Swedish meatballs. Literally, they sell them in the store here as Swedish meatballs, which is why they're not on my PowerPoint, because I consider that more of a Swedish dish than a Norwegian one. Meat cakes, though, very common. This picture looks great, probably hard to make. Oh no, this is easy to make. This is like the I mean, this could be homemade, but this is what it looks like when you have those like pre-made meat cakes as well. The sauce often also like uses a pre-made base. That's the most common thing, like Turu or another brand that I don't remember now, like sauce base, and then you just boil potatoes. And if you have like mashed peas, you make that, or if you boil vegetables, you make that. So it's pretty easy to make, because a lot of it is like half pre-made. Yeah. What is it? Veal pork? Oh, it's beef. It's beef. It's beef meat. The meat. I should have classified. I should specify. I guess to me, it's just like kind of a given that this is beef. But no, it's beef. Yeah, not like a steak, obviously, but like in a meat cake form. You're usually not a fan of meatballs, though, you will say. I feel like meatballs can vary a lot depending on which dish you make it. Medisterkake is pork? Yeah. I actually don't think I put that on the list today, but yeah. You take it to be any kind of meat, so just beef? Yeah, this is traditionally just beef in my experience. I guess it could be others, but I've never had meat cakes in a non-beef variety. Yeah, this is pretty decent. The sides makes it kind of sad. I think if you pair the meat cakes with other sides, it would probably be a better dish, honestly. But the next one, Camels, the next one. I don't remember if this is a good or bad one, since these last two ones have been like all over the place dishes. Next one. Oh yes, I made a slide for this. The bane of Norwegian food. Why we hate it. There is good ways to prepare frozen vegetables, Camels. But this is what I would get growing up, and it's so common. Like the frozen vegetable aisle is also in every single Norwegian grocery store, and you will get like different vegetable mixes. I feel like the most common one is like cauliflower, broccoli, and carrots, or cauliflower, carrots, and what are those like small round mini cabbages? What are those called again? Oh god, it has a name. I forget. In Norwegian, it's called rosenkål. I forget what the English name for it is. To be fair, boiled vegetables are super common in Southeast Asia too, are they? Brussels sprouts, yeah. Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and carrots. Yes, those were like the two most common vegetable mixes that I would have growing up. You can steam this. Like you can steam frozen vegetables. They can turn out pretty well. You can pan fry. I feel like you can pan fry frozen vegetables to a certain degree. You can even oven roast frozen vegetables, and you can boil them to perfection. But it was always overboiled, slightly when I grew up, and then no seasoning, just served like in the like pan that it was cooked in, with the water like drained off. And then you just hope that whatever like brown sauce or melted butter or like salt or pepper will be able to like make it taste like something. Why is Norway eating like it's the 1800s? This is like with the Norwegian traditional food. I feel like it's better now, but this is especially 20 years ago when I grew up, like when I was like in elementary school age. Yeah. Only some MSG I didn't hear of until I was like in my 20s. Couples. Boiling frozen vegetables is always so sad to you. It's like you've decided to murder the veggie. Yeah. They sell these in a bag at Costco. Yeah, they sell them in frozen bags here as well. The no seasoning part is the biggest tragedy. Boiled veggies can be saved with good seasoning. Yeah, exactly. Like there's good stuff you can do with boiled veggies, which really bad. So yes, it deserves its own slide, because this is the bane of so many traditional Norwegian dishes that end up getting served with frozen veggies on the side, instead of, you know, making it exciting. Now you're proud of your cooking that hurts you physically. Boiled vegetables can be great with a little bit of salt and pepper, bit of butter, done. Yeah. And then over boiling it is the worst part that you can do. It might also be just Mama Nagi or my parents was bad at overboiling stuff, but same in Sweden, yeah, it's like why? It's why? Ah, you really like rosenkål in soups? Yeah. The little guy, what's it called again in English? I forget it all the time. I'm gonna scroll up to see. Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are great pan-fried. I've had pan-fried Brussels sprouts. They're actually great. But Brussels sprouts, boiled, and stuff like that. Yeah. Boiled veggies make you ill. Endless frozen. That's fair. Also, Samantha, thank you for the super coins. It is kind of healthy. Frozen veggies can be very healthy. Sometimes contain more nutritions than, like, non-frozen vegetables. But still. Is this dish famous? No, it's just like the regular side. It's just the regular sides. Which is why I had to include it as its own slide. Yeah. You just had Brussels sprouts 2 days ago. You really enjoyed boiled with some butter. But fried is also great. Yeah, if you have some butter with it, it's probably good. And if you boil it appropriately. You notice my bad food list mostly includes vegetables. That's because a lot of traditional Norwegian dishes doesn't do vegetables justice, in my opinion. I actually quite like a good amount of vegetables. Like, one of my favorite vegetables is actually carrots. Carrots is by far one of my favorite vegetables. Or also broccoli. Broccoli as well is one of my favorites, but prepare differently. Either pan-fried, like julienne sliced carrots, pan-fried until it's like slightly caramelized, absolutely peak delicious. Like quartered carrots, oven roasted in a lot of dishes, again, absolutely peak delicious. Potatoes made into like both slices, and then like with salt and pepper and oiled and like put in the oven, again, heavenly. But a lot of traditional Norwegian dishes doesn't do them justice when I grew up, and that's why they're on a lot of the bad categories today. Fried, literally any vegetable gets flavor, yeah. And also steamed vegetables. Steamed broccoli is actually kind of good. If you steam broccoli to like just the correct time, like you don't over steam it, steamed broccoli is really refreshing. Did you eat celery often in Norway? No, celery is kind of rare in my experience. Grated carrots? Grated carrots we actually have quite a lot growing up. I don't personally like it, but it has a nice refreshing flavor. It's just not to my taste. But I wouldn't put it in the bad category. So it's not on here today. Yeah. Okay, next one, Camels. Next one, though. Which is this? This is a broccoli salad, which is broccoli salad. I've actually given you Mama Nagi's recipe for this before. I shared that on Twitter, so I think if you go to my Twitter, you can actually find the recipe for this that I translated over to English. This is more of not a dinner food, but it's like a savory side food, or I just like eating it straight up. Broccoli salad is really good. Like, again, fresh broccoli, has some nuts in it, has like, is it sour cream you use? Like, you mix some stuff together. You can have it with bacon. This one, I think, uses grapes, like sliced grapes in it as well, maybe. You can have it with turkey meat. Like, you can make a lot of varieties of this, but it's really good. Really, really good. Is that mayo with another sauce? I don't remember exactly. Hard pause. I mean, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But it's really, really nice. And actually, like, one of the rare cases, I feel like, of Norwegian food, like, treating a vegetable correctly. Looks like it make a good snack. Yeah, it's a super good snack. I think it was sour cream. I think it's sour cream and something else that you put in this, but heavily recommend. There's a lot of different recipes for a broccoli salad, but it's only been good the times I've had it. Looks easy for you to try making, and this is pretty easy. I would say it's probably not the healthiest way to prepare broccoli, especially if you add things like bacon in it. But sour cream and mayo, that's it. Sour cream and mayo. Yeah, but you can use this as like light lunch food or like a light, I guess, light self-indulgent dinner if you put some sides to it. But it's super cute. It's super cute. Highly recommend Mama Nagi's recipe. Yeah, Mama Nagi's recipe with like whatever alteration you want to make. Very delicious. Very delicious. Gotta go back to work. Oh, have a nice work day. And hi if you're dropping in. But yeah, broccoli salad. I don't think there's like too much to say about it because it's very simple. But it's also equally delicious. Reminds you of American pasta salad, kind of. Yeah, it's like the same. It's the same kind of like process, I would say. Like you have some like creamy goodness. You have some like crispiness with nuts or whatever you want to put in it. And it's kind of like throw stuff together that you like. But the broccoli is essential because it's called broccoli salad. This looks good. Yeah, this is good. This is the good stuff. So heavily recommend. And it's quite easy to make. The only thing I would say it's mandatory for this is I don't think it would taste the same using frozen broccoli. So you kind of have to get fresh broccoli for this. Probably good to get rid of leftovers. Yeah. I think that's the best version of broccoli salad that I've had. Is like we made it fresh. With bacon, but also we had leftover turkey meat because I think it was after New Year's year. So it had turkey meat and bacon in it, which was really good. Can you replace broccoli with cauliflower? I don't think broccoli and cauliflower are interchangeable in this. Cauliflower has kind of a different texture entirely from broccoli in my experience. I would not change it, but you could try. I'm not saying it won't work, but I don't think they're interchangeable in the same way, even though they look similar in shape. You can change it. You can confirm. Ah, okay. You can try it out then. Cauliflower for me just tastes very different from broccoli. Yeah. Did I ever eat cauliflower soup? I've had cauliflower soup and I've had broccoli soup, and they're both really good. Okay, next one though. Next one. Ta-da! Oh, did I have two good? Oh, I had two good ones right after each other. I thought I interchanged them good and bad, but I guess I have one place here where I have two good ones. Roast lamb. And this is more generic roast lamb because you can have this in two versions. It's like Lapskaus, which is like just like roast lamb meat, or you can have like the entire roast lamb thigh. And this is something that in my family, you were going to say this looks delicious. Yeah, it is delicious. This is something in my family that we would have only around Easter. Like usually like once or twice a year kind of dish. But we wouldn't just do the roast lamb like steak. We'd do the entire like lamb leg.
Come on.
Yeah. Have you eaten Lutefisk? I have, and we'll get to that. Also, VTubers, welcome back to the Kammo Squad. So this is lammestek or lammelår. And we would have lammelår. Can't go wrong with this one. Yeah, this one actually I feel like we would often have roasted vegetables with this one as well, which is way better than boiled vegetables. I don't know why we had roasted vegetables with this instead of boiled, but I was like, this is good. It would always be a good thing when we had this. You love lamb, but with around you it's also only eaten around Easter. Yeah, this one was usually once a year during Easter, but you have like leftovers for dinner the next day because it was a bigger piece of meat. Yeah. Mama Nagi sounds like she's strict to the recipe. Mama Nagi is not the biggest on cooking. She's very big on baking, but she's not the biggest on like cooking, so she tends to stick to the recipe a little bit. Yeah. Spared you the boiled veggies for the fancy meal. Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe we had rice with this sometimes. But it's pretty good. This one is pretty good. If you have it with roast veggies, it's pretty good. I think I've had lamb with rice as well, which is pretty good. Just overall, like really delicious. Like nice, succulent, juicy meat. Yeah. Lamb is a special occasion meat where you live. Yeah, it's definitely a special occasion. For the most part in Norway, I feel as well. Roast potatoes, yeah, roast potatoes. Just very good, very good. I don't have too much to say about this other than delicious, absolutely delicious. In Texas, lamb is hard to find. Most stores just carry beef, pork, and chicken. Yeah, that's the thing with Norway as well. Beef, pork, and chicken. And turkey appears around New Year's and other times. Actually, turkey you can get frozen most of the year, I think. But lamb is more of a holiday thingy. Does Norway import rice? Oh yeah, Norway imports rice. I don't think we grow rice in Norway. But yeah, this is really good. This is like peak. But sadly, only a couple of times a year. Or once a year. Okay, next one. Oh yes. This is, not lamb, but sheep. I censored this for you, Camels. I censored it. I blurred it quite heavily. Also because I didn't want to look at it. This is one of the dishes that I have not eaten on the list. And why did I censor it? Because it's sheep's head. It's smalahove. It's smalahove. Luckily, it's not traditional Norwegian in the entirety of Norway. You want to see it? You can Google it. You have the name on screen now. You can Google it if you want to. I take no responsibility for the images that will show up on your screen if you Google it. But yeah, it's whole sheep's head. I feel like it might be like it's sheep. It might be delicious meat. Maybe, because sheep in general, in my experience, when I've had it in Norway, is good. But I don't want it served like this. And also, I don't know if they eat the brain. I didn't look it up. I'm too scared to look it up. I would like to pretend that they don't eat the brain. But yeah, with potatoes, I feel like they probably serve it in some form of potatoes. But this is like the one meat that luckily I haven't gotten served because it's traditional in a different part of Norway for where I grew up. I grew up in Northern Norway. And Northern Norway does not have this as traditional food. Yeah, the brain, yes, no, you do eat the brain. No! Come on, don't Google it for me. I didn't need to know that. No. The picture on the wiki has it served with boiled potatoes. Oh yeah, there you go, boiled potatoes. That was my guess. Also, Vivides, thank you for the super coins. Arigato. Googling is not that bad. Then again, your grandfather ate dog. Yes. And I know some places, like Kui, they eat in South America, which is guinea pig and stuff like that. But yeah, the whole sheep head, probably one of the most cursed things in traditional Norwegian cuisine. But luckily, it's a regional thing, and it's not regional to where I grew up, so I never got this served, which I'm super happy about. Yeah. But yeah, it's literally a whole sheep's head. You don't need eye contact with your food? Yeah, me neither. I guess an exception is sometimes like they cook cold fish. And that's okay, but yeah. You saw Kui in Ecuador when you were 12 and you were scarred because you had a pet guinea pig back home. Oh my god, not a pet guinea pig. Yeah. See, Smalahova and raised me a Filipino balut. I am scared to Google whatever that is. I'm not going to Google it. But yes, yeah, no Smalahova. No. Might taste good, but no. No idea how it tastes. I assume it tastes good, but no. No. Fun fact, the brains and eyes of guinea pig taste like salmon. Personal experience! Oh my god. That's cursed. Also, Vivides, thank you for the super coins. You try it? You're braver than me, Kamals. You're braver than me if you would try, because I would not. No. Does it mean small hooves? Smala hove. I think it's dialect for head. Because you could say head as hue. In like some dialects and stuff like that. So I think I don't really know what smala means. Smala is kind of like slim. But hove I think is head. That part I think means head. But it's a little bit of like more dialect. But yeah, hue, hoda, hove, like all means like head in Norwegian. I think it's like slim head or something like that. That would be my guess at dialect interpretation. Okay, but next one, Carlos. Next one. I won't make you look at the blurred picture for too long. Dun-dun! Okay, we have some sides. I wanted to do one for flatbread because I don't know how many places have this. I think it's pretty common in Scandinavia / the Nordics, I want to say. This is more of like a coarser type of flatbread, but there's a lot of variants of this. Sometimes it's called flatbread, sometimes it's like there's a different variant called crisp bread. But this is really good as a side. A lot of like the more soupy, stewy dishes, like the beta soup and Lapskaus from earlier, both have this as sides. So this is Flatbread, and it's really good. Looks really crispy. As you can see, it's like nice. It's like super crisp. And it's a nice side to like anything that's like stewy and soupy. Or honestly, I just had this if I got like a little bit of an appetite when I was younger, but you don't want to make yourself a whole sandwich, you don't want to make yourself a whole meal. If we had flatbread in the house, I sometimes like just went and grabbed like a couple of these and I would put butter on it, and it's really delicious. Because then it's just the slight crispy bread with butter, which is straight up good. Looks like really good dipping bread. Yeah, it's great dipping bread. Sweden's big on hard bread. You've never seen this? Wait, do you not have flatbread in Sweden? I just kind of assumed that you did. Is this a possible replacement for a sandwich? No, you wouldn't use this as a replacement for a sandwich. You can do that with knäckebröd, which is often translated to crisp bread. But flatbread is very fragile. I don't think it would hold a lot of toppings. Like it can hold butter, but this is like you can see like how flaky it is. You break it apart very easily. You can break this up and add them to creamy soup. You probably could, but I feel like they would dissolve quickly. But yeah, heavily recommend. This is a very inoffensive side. I don't think I've ever met anyone that hates flatbread. Flatbröd. What type of wheat is that? This is probably a more coarser type of wheat, but they can be made with a lot of different wheats in my experience. It's kind of like chips. Yeah, it's kind of like chips. Doesn't taste anything like chips. The texture is a little bit different, but it's a very inoffensive side and usually carries like whatever flavor of the meal you're eating super well. Yeah. Flatbread can hold Parma ham. Oh yes, sometimes people eat it with like more prosciutto style ham I've seen. Yeah, and I've seen people eat pickled herring on top, but then again, I'm trying to delete pickled herring from my memory, so... It's more like a super thin cracker, I guess you could say. Seems very much like the Indian crispy bread. Could be. But yeah, this is really good. Really nice side. Usually the dishes that have this as a side have been good in my experience. But yeah, it's really good. Okay, now we're getting into a little bit of the holiday dishes. This one, I don't hate cod, but I hate it as a Christmas dish. So Norway has some tradition. Actually, I forgot to put on my favorite Christmas dish on the list, I'm realizing. Which is, oh my god, what's it called? Pinnekjøtt, which is sheep. I forgot to put that on the list. But this is one of the more regional Christmas dishes, I would say. And there are the boiled potatoes, boiled carrots. At least it has a sauce, Kamels. It has a creamy sauce thingy. Yeah, I forgot pinnekjøtt. I like it so much. I forgot it. It's my favorite Christmas dish. Going to bed to go to bed. Oh, Yasmin night if you're going to sleep. And this is like more boiled, steamed cod. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of fish when it's like straight up boiled or steamed. I prefer it pan-fried or oven-roasted, like roasted fish, or in a soup like the creamy fish soup that we had earlier. Would rather have chicken for Christmas? Yeah, me too. You're more interested in that soup in the bag? I don't think it's soup. I think it's more of a sauce. It's probably more of like a buttery sauce, if my guess is correct. But yeah, this is like a very bland type of fish. We had this a few times for Christmas. Usually you do this before or after Christmas Eve with roasted goose as the main dish. Yeah, but it's eaten around Christmas. Hollandaise? Yeah, Hollandaise type sauce. Sauce can be soup if you're brave enough. I mean, sometimes the sauce is so good you just want to straight up eat just that. Are those raw potatoes in the back? No, those are boiled potatoes. But usually, I guess I didn't say this because I didn't realize, but often in Norway, potatoes are boiled skin on, and you only like peel it when you put it on your plate. So that's kind of the case there. And these are also almond potatoes, or mandelpotet. I would say almond potatoes are kind of a little bit sweeter in a sense. Almost like, I really like almond potatoes. They're probably, if I had to do like a boiled potato, I think almond potatoes are my favorite. You can eat the skin of those. Actually, some people do eat the skin. I think almond potatoes are one of the thinner skin potatoes. But I would usually peel it. Usually leave the skin on. It's yummy. Yeah. It's very much a preference thingy. Can you eat the Christmas tree too? Oh, the Christmas tree like branches. I feel like the bar needles would hurt you, camels. There's more variety in potatoes than people realize. Yeah, there is potato variety. There is good and bad potatoes, but I've just had so many boiled potatoes throughout my life that I've eaten a lifetime's worth, it feels like. But yeah, so that's I'm calling this bad because there's not much flavor in it for me, and the fish is just like too much like unadulterated raw fish flavor because it's kind of like boiled steamed kind of cod, and the sides aren't that interesting with this, which I feel like if you have a super flavorful main fish or main like meat or something like that, you can get a rig with like more flavorless sides. But this is like, it needs something from me. You hate a potato skin as a child, but now, provided you have some salt, butter, and sour cream, you eat your potato skin on, and it's quite good. Yeah. Well, next one. No. Okay, I would say this is probably along with pinnashut, which I forgot to put on here, and that's kind of a crime. Pinnashut is like the most popular main Christmas meal in Norway, which is juleribbe. And this is like pork ribs. Yes. Pork ribs has to be made with crispy skin. It basically has to be made to look like this, in a sense. So you get the pork crackling. Funnily enough, I really like this, but I actually don't like the pork crackling for some reason. Which means that every time I would have this growing up, I would like cut off the crackling and just give it to someone else at the kitchen table. That is an amazing image. Yeah, the sides aren't on here, but it's usually also like the potato vegetable-y kind. But I feel like there would be a little bit more effort put into it, so it usually wouldn't be too bad. Yeah. Uses so much salt to make it. Yeah, probably a lot of salt. I'm a monster? No, it just means more pork crackling for other people. Centeno, welcome back to the Camel Squad. You still cut off the sword? You hate it? Yeah. That's the sword. The sword is the pork crackling. I don't like it, so I cut it off and give it to other people. You want 1,000 of them? Yeah. Almost every Nordic dish includes boiled potatoes. Yeah, the boiled potatoes are everywhere. But this one is so flavorful as a main, and usually I would have a nice like more like brown creamy sauce with it. So this one would be like, you could cover up the boiled potatoes with the sauce and like the meatiness of the pork. Does the coloring alone looks good? Yeah. You don't always achieve like this good of a coloring when you make it, I feel like it, but as long as the pork crackling is crispy, usually it's good. Is the mustard sauce? Yeah, I feel like in this image there's probably mustard sauce in the bottom right, but I've never had it with mustard sauce. Like always with that like more brown like creamy sauce. Guess belly to the screen? Yeah, possibly. Boiled potatoes are the least exciting way of eating them you experience, not gonna lie. I totally agree with you. Do you eat rice with it? No, usually not rice with this. And I would say also, I forgot to put... I can't believe I forgot to put pinnashut on. Okay, so if you want to Google it, pinnashut is the other, like, popular Christmas food here. This is, like, dried aged lamb that you actually steam. And it's real... The meat on it is really, really good. That one is usually served... not with potatoes. Like, we would have some potatoes growing up, but you have it with kålrabistappe, which is mashed kohlrabi. Like, mashed kohlrabi and carrot. Which is really a very special type of like mash, and we would only have that around Christmas as well. To be honest, the pork ribs look better. I would say pinnekjøtt. When you take the meat out, of the bones and you like separate it, it's kind of like pulled pork. Like it separates very easily. Like pulled pork, you can pull it apart with a fork when you get it off the bone. But pinnekjøtt in the bone doesn't look appetizing. But when you get the meat out and it's separated, it's really, really nice, like smoky lamb meat. Like it's very salty flavor. But it's super delicious if you like lamb. I would say it doesn't taste like necessarily too sheep-like though. And the sides are pretty good. We would also have like a thick type of sausage with it. We'd serve it like with a thicker type of like meaty sausage. That was also really good. So that one in general, like just overall solid dish, I would say. Yeah, very rarely eat lamb. Yeah, sheep and lamb usually was only like an Easter, Christmas type thing for me growing up. Hi for dropping in. Hi, welcome. You're so tired of kohlrabi as a child, you grew so much of it. For me, kohlrabi, I actually don't like the mashed kohlrabi. This is kind of funny. Every single Christmas, when we had this growing up, like after I reached a certain age, I would volunteer at peeling the kohlrabi. Because it's so fun. Like, you have to peel it and then slice it before you boil it because it's so big. Like, the kohlrabis are huge. And it's so much more fun than peeling a potato because it's big. So I actually really, really, really love, like, the prep stages for making the kohlrabi mash. But I don't like the flavor of it. So I would always be, like, one of the people making it. But never eating it. That's like the one time I would choose the boiled potatoes combos. I was like, give me that boiled potato so I wouldn't have to eat the mashed kohlrabi. Or I would also actually ask for some carrots. Like we used carrots and kohlrabis to make the mashed kohlrabi. So I would ask for some of the carrots to just be like kept in its boiled state. So I was like, give me those boiled carrots and the boiled potatoes. The only time where I would like prefer that. But according to everyone else in my household, like my mom and my sisters, kohlrabi mash is really good. Just I don't personally like it, and I think it's a good, more inventive side dish, which is why it's not in the bad category, because it genuinely, like, I think it smells pleasant. I just don't like the taste of it. The raw stuff is sweet and crunchy. Yeah. I think I actually prefer raw kohlrabi more, but yeah, not the biggest fan of kohlrabi as a whole. But yeah, juleribbe, pork ribs, really good. This one, more bland. I feel like there's a reason why juleribbe is way more popular than juletorski. Yeah. And now, oh yeah, kumler. I put this on here. I actually, before I looked this up, I've had this. I have tasted this. I've tasted kumler, and I hate it. I had to look up what it's made out of. It's like potato balls or something. It's like potato and like wheat and like other stuff, and they make it's like gooey balls almost. Kumler is so good. I'm not going to say it's like you might like it, but the kumler is the ball part here. Like the sausage and the bacon obviously looks great, but the kumler is like, I guess there's potato in it. So I guess you could say it's like potatoes in a different form, and like potato in like a gooey wheaty ball of potato, and I don't like it. Sometimes, oh, this is like the most cursed part. Sometimes they put like, I guess, pork pieces in it, but for me, the taste of the pork kind of drown in it. I think that the versions that I have had has had the pork pieces, so you get like this gooey, like mashy ball thingy, and then suddenly you hit a different texture that's like meaty. Yeah, the texture is real bad to me. I usually never have texture problems with food combos. I usually never get put off from food texture, but the kumles I really can't take. Like, they taste really bland to me, and the texture is killer. Yeah, these are just the Norwegian potato dumplings, I guess. But somehow I might have been either I've been really unlucky with all the kumles that I've had, but kumler, no. I would rather, all the sides are good though. I will say, like, if you have like the sausage and the bacon and stuff like that, that's what I would eat. But the kumles in themselves, potato balls, question mark, I'm just like, no. And it's also just another way to like sneak potato into the dishes. I feel like now that I'm looking at this list of a lot of boiled potatoes, it's like, would you like boiled potatoes? But we made them differently. And I'm just like, no. What's in the back? It might actually be mashed kohlrabi that I was talking about earlier. Looks like you need a chef to make them properly. Maybe. Yeah. Potatoes in disguise. Yeah, it's potatoes. It's just potatoes, camels. I'm not saying like if you like it, it's not a bad thing. Like you might have had better kumles than me. As I said, I might have had like bad experiences, but yeah. You learned that Norway has some cursed food, and I was quite a picky eater. I swear, combos, I'm not a picky eater. I would eat. I feel like you're a picky eater if you refuse to eat like the potatoes and the vegetables. When we had these dishes growing up, combos, when we had in like my household, when we had this, I would eat the boiled vegetables and the boiled potatoes. I would eat them. I often also wouldn't even complain because that's what was served for dinner and that's what you eat. And I also got told that there's hungry children in Africa, and I was lucky to have the boiled vegetables, so I better eat them. So I ate it. Well, I wouldn't say I was picky, I just didn't like it. I talked about how I removed the cabbage. I removed the cabbage from the mutton, but that was like one dish. And that's also like more of a special occasion dish. It wouldn't happen often. Most often I would finish off all the food on my plate. Yeah, the classic, like there's hungry people in the world and you're lucky. They're like new potatoes, and you dislike them? Oh, like the small potatoes? Those are like almond potatoes, some of the better ones, but yeah. The good old children in Africa guilt trip, yeah, that I remember from early elementary school, kindergarten. if me and my sister did start to complain about the food. Your friends treat you like a food disposal, so you'll take any food they won't eat. I mean, you get free food then, which is good. Most of your zucchini and egg trauma is from elementary school. Since then, you've encountered recipes that makes them taste good. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's amazing recipes for potatoes. There's amazing recipes for most vegetables. But it was just like the variant I got it served in when I was younger. Yeah. You don't like kumler? Think of the children in Africa? Yeah. I think the kumler I got away with not finishing. I feel like maybe Mama Nagi was also not a big fan of kumler, because the only time I had these was at like relatives' houses. Like if we went to a relative and they served a meal, like occasionally there might be kumler. But I don't think Mama Nagi I don't think we ever had this at home, Kamels. Like ever. Which probably is an indication that my mom also dislikes it. I haven't asked her, but that's just my guess. Because most other like traditional Norwegian food we had like growing up. Yeah. Okay, next one, Kamels. Next one. Done. Okay, now we have another like staple, but also something eaten commonly around holidays. This is risengrynsgrøt, which is rice porridge, and eaten exactly like you see it here. Which is the rice porridge, then sugar and cinnamon on top, and then you would get like one cube of butter in the middle. That would like last the entirety of the rice porridge. The sauce is just melted butter. Like literally, you get like a dash of butter on top, and since the rice porridge is warm, it will melt. Haven't encountered it with butter, with cinnamon only. Cinnamon and sugar, and then the butter was really good. And it's not like an overtly sweet rice porridge. This is like a sweet and hearty, I would say, like more of a hearty one. And Divana, mwah, thank you for the 3 coins. Arigato. Potatoes in so many European dishes, you forget they're completely non-native to the continent and only came around in the 1600s. Yeah. Is this sir best served for breakfast? Oh no, we don't have this as breakfast. This is a dinner food. This is dinner camels. It is not sweet. Also you use grøtvis for this? Yeah, you use a special type of rice for this. I don't think it's like grits either. I guess this is hard to explain. Like, you make it with milk. You boil the risgrøt, which is like a special type of rice. You boil that in milk to make this. And that's the rice porridge. And then when you're finished, you put sugar and cinnamon on top. Yeah, it's like more of a round rice. Yeah, it's more of a round corn rice. But it's very filling. It looks more sweet than savory, but I swear this is an actual dinner food. And it's really nice. It's really nice. And we would have this the day before Christmas, like the most important Christmas day. Is on the 24th in Norway. We would have this on the 23rd in my family. And usually there would be an almond hidden in the rice porridge. Like traditionally you're supposed to have like only one almond and like someone will find it randomly. In my family we usually had it like each child would get like an almond in their bowl. And when you found it you would get like some chocolate, like a little bag of chocolate or something like that. Which would be the reward for finding the almond. Also, I don't have it when I'm sick. Like, this is not like a sick type food, at least not in my family. This is just like occasionally you have it for dinner, but also around Christmas. You call it milk rice? Ah, yeah, this is just called rice porridge, like risengrynsgrøt in Norway. But yeah, so this is a really good dish. But there's a flip side to this, Kamels, because there's a variant. There's a variant this. That's this. That I hate. I hate this. I hate this. I absolutely... Oh, I wrote good! Why did I write good? No, this should be bad! No! Paskanna! No! This should be bad, Kamels! Oh my god, why is it good? It's just... I wrote wrongly. It's supposed to be bad. You love it? No, I hate it! Like, this is sour cream porridge. It's rømmegrøt. And as you can see, like, look at this, like, yummy rice texture. Look at this yummy rice texture. It's clearly good. No. Look at this yummy rice texture. This is, like, slimy. It's almost slimy in the texture. And I hate it. It's like a straight up, like... It's too thick to be a sauce. It's too thick to be, like, liquid. But it's also not solid enough to be a pudding. It's like if you take pudding and soup and you find like a texture that's on the medium side, and it's I really hate it. If Pascal says it's good, you'll try it. Like, some of you might like it. I will say this is, again, I think a more of a polarizing thing. Either you love this or you hate it. It's like a known Newtonian liquid. I don't know. It's really weird. I don't think it's like slimy, but the texture is really hard to explain. I think you can even kind of see it in the bowl. Like, if you look at the edges of the bowl here, you see it like they're like, it's almost like it has like a shell. So you can see it like it's like swelling upwards. It's not like the top of it doesn't touch the edges of the bowl. So you can see like it goes like, it's like a custardy soup kind of, or like a custardy porridge. But yeah, it's like a similar dish to this. As you can see, it's served with the same. It's served with sugar and cinnamon and then butter on top. But yeah, it has the viscosity. So I don't really like the flavor of this, and I don't really like the texture. Like, the flavor isn't awful, but the texture and the flavor combined just does not measure up with this. This is really good. This is I feel like you're either going to like it or you're going to hate it. It's common to have salted cur meat with it too. Oh yeah, with both of these, actually. I forgot to say, with both of these, especially this one. This one I haven't seen served without it, but this one as well. Actually, you might have flatbread on the side, and you might also have, what do you call it? Prosciutto style meat. You might have prosciutto style meat. This one, when we got served this, I would have the flatbread and the prosciutto style meat. I would only eat that. This one, just both of them at the same time. With meat, it's like prosciutto. Not like a steak or something. Just the prosciutto. Like ham, prosciutto ham style. Daivana, thank you for the 3 coins. Arigato. They should be sweet only. These are not sweet dishes, Kamos. I mean, the sugar and the cinnamon are sweet, I guess, but these are dinner dishes. These are savory meal dishes. Sour cream and meat, yeah. Getting the impression this is the shape of American Jello, but mixed with the texture of Greek yogurt. Maybe a little bit more liquid. Yeah. Wouldn't sour cream be better with fish? No, you do not want this with fish, Kamos. Do not want this with fish. I have tasted this, even though I don't like this. No, fish is not a good combo. Prosciutto is a good combo. Prosciutto is good with sweeter things. Sounds like I went to bed hungry many times. This one, luckily, rammegrøt, we got way less than this. I feel like rammegrøt most often, like, we got at relatives' houses. We didn't have this one as much at home, but risengrynsgrøt we had quite often at home. Also, Sim, welcome to the Combo Squad. Welcome. Yeah. You always had it as dessert? Oh, did you? Yeah, this was only a Megan dish in my house. Or at relatives' houses where we had it. Yeah. But yeah, so this one good. No, this one good. This one good. This one bad, Kamos. Bad. You might like it, but bad. Yeah. Oh, you also had it as dessert? Interesting. But yeah, this is a main dish. In Ukraine, you have a similar dish, semolina porridge. I think I've seen semolina porridge made, and I don't think the texture is quite the same. It's a little bit different from semolina. I've never had semolina porridge, but I've seen it. The taste is fine if you like sour cream. The texture is weird, you agree? Yeah, the texture is probably the most off-putting thing about this. If you do like sour cream, and you like rice porridge, it's like rice porridge sour cream mix. It's a little bit strange, but it does have that sour cream aftertaste. But okay, Kamos, next one, which hopefully should be a good one. I don't know. Oh yeah, good one. Okay, because this was supposed to be bad. I was supposed to say bad. Okay, Kamos, I think we're getting towards the yeah, we're getting towards the end. I think this is the 5th last dish I have on here. We have Lefse. I didn't put on too much like baked goods because Norway has quite a lot of good baked goods. We might do this one like good Norwegian food baked goods edition or something like that. But this is really good. Okay, there's a lot of regional variants to Lefse. This is not quite a pancake. This doesn't really have a pancake texture. It is not pancakes, Kamals. But it's like a layered dough, a layered wheat-based dough that has like different fillings. This is a sweet dish, and there's a lot of variants. You can have some variants that are more like cake pancakey, like thicker, that has also fillings in between. But Lefse in general, I have not had a single one I dislike. Like, no matter which variant I've had, like thin variant, thick variant. But yeah, this is the baked goods. One of the few baked goods I put on today. I had to have a couple of baked goods. This is probably one of the most like traditional Norwegian like baked goods. I tried to find translation for this, and what Google gave me was like soft flatbread ? Because it's not pancakes. It's definitely not pancakes. Pancakes is very different. We have our variants of pancakes. But this is Lefse, and it has like sweet fillings, sugar, cinnamony, and different types of like sweet spices, I almost want to say. I don't know. It's really good. Oh yeah, you can say this. Lefse is flertall. Lefse is like singular. Easy to make at home. Depending on the recipe. I would say my favorite. Okay, so my grandpa on my mom's side like remarried someone else that wasn't my grandma, and I guess she would be my step grandma. She would make 2 different variants of Lefse around Christmas that we would like get, and those were both super good. Like, one was like more like this one in the picture, but like even more of a lighter, like almost like a whitish color that would have like some kind of like sugar butter filling. Oh my, I don't know what it was. That one was so good. She also made like a thicker Lefse variant. But the thin variant, oh my god, the sugar butter filling, oh my god, it was so good, so good. I think I might be responsible for eating like half of those every time we got those. Every time we got those, I might have eaten half. Delicious, absolutely delicious. I don't know which like regional variant it was. I'll screw the recipe, maybe. I don't know which regional variant it was, but it was delicious. Kind of looks more like this, which is why I chose this image. One of more like the flat folded over kind. But yeah, it's time you would get it. You would keep it in your fridge, and then just take a couple out to eat occasionally. And yeah, absolutely stellar. What do you think of blood sausage? Never had it. It's not really a thing in Norway. Yeah. But yeah, this is great. Are you ready for what I think will be 2 bad dishes in a row, Camels? Can Mama Nagi make it? No, Mama Nagi does not know those recipes, I'm pretty sure. Are you ready for 2 bad dishes, Camels? And I might have lost. Okay, ... let's go. 2 bad dishes. Yeah, you can take it, surely. And we have Lutefisk! Yes, this doesn't look that bad, but... yes. Have you ever thought that, like, what if you had a really nice fillet of fish? What if you had a really nice fillet of fish, and then what if it was, like, slightly jellified? Like, what if it was, like, slightly jellified? Ever thought about that, Camels? I don't know what to do with this, but it has like a specific preparation method where it turns like slightly translucent. It's broken down in lye. Yeah, that's what it is. It's broken down in lye, so it turns like slightly translucent and looks a little bit like jelly, and it's kind of fragrant a little bit as well. I guess the lute means like lye fish. Lye fish, like fish and lye. I don't know. How do you eat it? Hot? It's eaten hot. I would say the only redeeming thing about this dish is that every time I've seen it, it's been served with bacon. Bacon, and then also boiled potatoes, and then sometimes like flatbread or stuff like that. So I would, when we had this, I would have the boiled potatoes with bacon. I have tasted this. It does not taste good. Some people love lutefisk. But yeah. Of course, boiled potatoes. You did not escape the boiled potatoes, Camels. Lutefisk is good though. I feel like either you like this or you absolutely hate this. You've been told if you don't water it out for 10 days first, it can kill you. Oh yeah, you have to water it out and stuff. Yeah, it's quite a bit of a preparation method. I will say, luckily, this is also somehow holiday food. At least in my family. I think it is for most of Norway. I usually only hear about it around the holidays. This is you eat it in the days leading up to Christmas. So usually, I think it's quite laborious to make, so we wouldn't often make it in my household, but we would go to a relative every Christmas and they would make this. Like in one of the days before Christmas. And that's when I would have the potatoes and bacon. You have a whole Norwegian institution dedicated to people who like lutefisk. You don't go to the hospital if you eat it, but yeah. This is quite a thing. Do you have julebord during Christmas too? As an immigrant to Sweden, you've been scarred. Oh, julebord, that's we can talk about that more in like a Christmassy stream, but yeah, that's a Christmas tradition at workplaces. Oh no, I don't think we're talking fugu levels of toxicity because the fish itself isn't toxic, but I guess the lye is probably pretty bad. It does get served with akevit, which is a redeeming factor. Oh yeah, if you can drink alcohol, akevit isn't uncommon to serve with it. It's like traditional type of alcohol. can't stand the alkaline taste in some food. You like alkaline noodles, but not alkaline glutinous rice. I don't know if this tastes alkaline, but yeah, I'm not a fan of this. I don't like this. I don't like the smell of this either. This one smells quite fragrant. So if you're at a table where this is served, like, you can't avoid it. Like, can burn you if you're not careful, but it's not poisonous. Ah, I see. But yeah, this one is like only barely redeemed slightly by the bacon, and that's if they don't serve the bacon on the fish. Bacon has to be served in a separate bowl, and then you can eat the bacon and then potatoes. But unluckily, since the bacon is usually a garnish, they don't make like too much bacon, so you only get a tiny bit of bacon with your potatoes, and you have to be like enjoying your silent little bacon potato while other people are eating the fish, and you're just like, gee, I wish I could have some more bacon, but the other people are using it as garnish. You're sitting there with your sad little bacon potato. Oh my god, I'm reliving childhood trauma combos. Can't a girl have a little bit more bacon with her potato? If only I could have all the bacon that was on the table, it would have been better, but this is my sad little bacon potato. Depression. That sounds very personal. It may or may not have been me multiple times. Maybe we should skip to the next fish, which I will admit, I have tried Lutefisk. I've tried Lutefisk a couple of times, hated it all the times. I have not tried the next fish because somehow it's like even worse, and it smells awful, and it's one of those dishes that I'm never going to eat it. And it's oh wait, I didn't. There we go. No, it's Rockfisk. It's Rockfisk. Which I had to Google. Like, I was like, how did they even prepare this? It's salted and autolyzed fish. I don't know what it means when they say autolyzed fish. Doesn't sound like something you should be doing to fish. That looks kind of good. It is a nice word for rotten. Yeah, I guess it's a nice word for rotten. Partially rotten fish, is that what it is? It is real cursed. It was real cursed. Yeah, it's kind of like yeah, it's self-digested. That's it. Yeah, it's like self-digests. Yeah. They make the fish like start digesting itself, like not the live fish, but like the fish meat. And it's like before it starts to properly rot, it counts as autolyzed. So yeah, it's Rockfisk. Which I guess there wasn't any like translations of the name, because I guess it's not a popular enough dish for it to be like translated to English. This is why I'm telling you, combos normally there's a lot of cursed stuff to fish, okay? And we do our most cursed like preparation methods to fish somehow. Yeah, fermentation with the organism's own enzymes. Yeah, that's it. That's also how you make fish sauce, apparently. I see, but I think fish sauce, they do some redeeming factors to it. This is just the food breaking down. And I think they serve it, I feel like they serve it with boiled potatoes. And I guess like some onions. This looks like fish taffy. Yeah, maybe. You can patch these dishes directly into Dredge. Yeah, I feel like they would be at home in Dredge. You regret eating before the stream now? Yeah, that's how I was feeling earlier when you were telling me I could just throw everything in a mixer. Yeah. If this is similar to fish sauce and soy sauce, you might actually try it. If you try it, let me know what you think? Question mark? Let me know what you think about it. I take no responsibility if you hate it, because I have warned you. I put bad in front of the name. You were eating during the stream. That's on you, couples. Apparently it takes 2 to 3 months to ferment. Yeah, that sounds about right. So we have live fish, We have the live prepared fish, and then we have the fermented fish. This is usually also, in my experience, like only a couple times during the year that people eat this. Usually around the holidays, I think. But yeah, rockfisk. No, I will not eat it. You can eat it if you want. I won't. But yeah, no. You're actually eating dinner during the stream? Bratwurst, hot dogs? Oh, that sounds delicious. Way different from this. But camels. I saved one delicious thing for the next one, and then I saved something weird for the final one. But it's not like awful weird, but it's like why? It's like you wanna ask yourself why. But I guess we can skip to the good thing, camels. We have, this is the only other like second sweet thing I put on for today, and it is waffles. The Norwegian style waffles. This is like traditional Norwegian waffles. And why do I have the shadow on? Because this is amazing. This is amazing. This is like the thinner. If you are somewhere that has like thick style waffles, this is thinner and like a little bit softer. They usually make them in like waffle irons that has 5 or 4 like hearts. You can see this one shapes it into 5 hearts. And often you can either like put a filling on all of it and like put it in half, or you can like separate out the hearts and like put a little bit of filling in the hearts and then like eat the hearts individually. Popular toppings for this is brunost, like brown cheese, which is a very like sweet, cloyingly sweet cheese. Yeah, Sweden has this as well. You can also have, some people actually have sour cream on this, like sour cream and jam. I'm not a fan of sour cream on these, but you can also have jam on it. Strawberry jam, I think, is the most popular, or raspberry jam as an alternative. But strawberry jam and waffles, brown cheese and waffles, very popular. Or you can also have butter and sugar on waffles, which I've had quite a bit growing up. Ah, that is also delicious. But I think for me, my favorite is strawberry jam and waffles. I love whipped cream with waffles. I've never had whipped cream, but strawberry jam is really good. Cloudberry jam? Oh, cloudberry jam. Yeah, if it's the right season. We had sausage and waffles in Norway once. It was interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I would have sausage. I don't think the sausage goes well with this. This is like a sweeter type of waffle. Maybe it would go with bacon and egg, because bacon has more of like an inherent like complement to sweetness. But I don't know if I would have sausage. But this is a very like more sweet dish. How big is the waffle? That is hard to say. Like maybe the size of like if you're an adult man, like the size of your palm. Like it's pretty sizable, but not huge. This waffle looks amazing, like made by an artisan. These are made in waffle irons, and waffle irons are pretty common and I don't think that expensive. So they're pretty easy to make. The only thing you have to be careful of is not to overcook them. Funnily enough, you didn't run into any waffles when you were in Norway. I feel like this is more of a thing that people make at home rather than something you get at a bakery. I actually don't see these too much on bakeries, and I think there's 2 reasons for that. These ones are by far superior fresh. Like they don't like store well. You want to make this fresh and then eat it as they come out of the waffle iron. So like you're eating it as they're being made. Or like someone makes like a fresh plate of waffles and you eat it right away. Because they have a slightly like crispiness from the making process that goes away very quickly. Like they start becoming like a little bit limp. So this does not go well. So if you have it in the bakery, unless they sold like straight fresh, they wouldn't be with boiled potatoes. Luckily not with boiled potatoes. If they've like been laying around a little bit, they're going to taste like good because they're waffles, but they're not going to be great. They're just going to be okay. But yeah, that slight crispiness when they're like just made, that's peak. And I think they're also, if you have a waffle iron at home, the waffle mix, you can buy like pre-made waffle mix that you just need to add liquids to, or you can just make it from scratch. It's pretty inexpensive. It's pretty quick, and it's very easy to make if you have a waffle iron. So I think people just tend to make it themselves instead of buying it. Buying it would be way more expensive, and there's way more complicated baked goods that you can buy at a bakery that's more tedious to make at home. Now you want to make waffles? Waffles are amazing. I'm not going to say sorry for that. You can see this become waffle cookies. I don't know, maybe you can make cookies with a waffle iron, but yeah, waffle irons are usually traditionally used to make sweet waffles. I think you can make a savory waffle mixture, but these are traditionally sweet. Traditionally sweet, for sure. Waffle mix is a way to use up old milk. Oh, true as well. We would do that at home occasionally. If there was like milk that was just as at the expiration date and you might not want to drink it, just making it into waffle mixture. I think Mama Nagi did that quite a lot because we had waffles pretty frequently at home when I grew up. Your grandma always made these when you visited as children? Yeah, very common, like, visiting relatives and you might get waffles thingy as well. Ever heard of surströmming? I have heard of surströmming, but it's not traditional Norwegian food. It's Swedish food. Yeah. Okay, are you ready for the final food, camels? The most traditional of traditional Norwegian food? Which I feel like if there's any Norwegians in the chat, you might see this one coming. You ready? Nope. Are you ready, camels? Okay, it is Grandiosa. Okay, I had to include this. This is like the saddest frozen pizza ever. I had this so much growing up. During the 90s, this became like traditional Norwegian food. and it's eaten so much in Norway now. It's you see it worse. It's not bad. It's like okay, but in the tier of frozen pizzas, like the traditional original Grandiosa, which is like cheese and like tomato sauce and is it heart shaped? It's just heart shaped on the box. It's not actually heart shaped. Yeah, they haven't really improved the taste over there. It's very mid, extremely mid, and during my childhood, it's like the most common frozen pizza that we got. Nowadays in Norway, there is a lot better frozen pizzas. Even Grandiosa, like this brand, has other frozen pizzas that are better. But this one is like the basic one, and it's real basic. It's red bell peppers, sliced like little ham, like I think it's canned ham sliced or something like that. Sliced little canned ham pieces. Yeah, they did sell a heart-shaped, like actual heart-shaped pizza for a little while, but they're round. You used to remove all the paprika bits. Yeah, bell peppers is called paprika in Norwegian. But yeah, I would also remove all the red bell pepper bits because I don't like red bell pepper. So every time I got served this when I was younger, I would have like a little pile of red bell peppers on my plate. But yeah, they're not that good, camels. Also, yeah, they're kind of expensive now. Like, even this basic version is kind of expensive. Judging me so hard? I just don't like bell peppers. Oh. Also sneeze. Yeah. Not a picky eater? Camels! I have eaten most of the bad food that I've showed you today. But I'm allowed to not like bell peppers. Thank you for the blessings. Also, Luke, thank you for the super coins. Arigato. Look on the bright side. At least it uses tomato sauce, not ketchup. It was very much a thing in post-communist countries in the 90s. It's not a tasty tomato sauce, though. It's very, very basic. Yeah. They actually, I will say, though, in more recent years, they have made a version of this that doesn't have the bell peppers on it. Honestly, that just kind of shows that a lot of people don't like bell peppers. But this traditional version, like, I feel like I can't really underline how popular this got in the 90s, and then like how popular it still is, even among like all the other frozen pizzas that they sell in Norway, like this one is still around. You can eat bell peppers like an apple? Whoa. Whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, most common Christmas dinner. Some people, I think, do eat it at like during Christmas, but very few. Yeah, but yeah, so this is somehow a thing. I think it's so weird. Out of all frozen pizza variants, Kamals, this is what Norwegians kind of like were like, this is the thing. It's like this ham and bell pepper pizza. And there's so many more like better frozen pizza. Like why are we like this? Why are Norwegians like this? Hello Kanna, how are you doing? What the qua is that? Yeah, this is like, according to Norwegians, I guess it's peak frozen pizza. I will say though, the cheese is good. The cheese on this one is good. The ham is like it's like okay. Bell peppers. I don't think the sauce is that good, and I don't think the crust is that good. Not even any pepperoni, not any pepperoni. But as they do, Grandiosa does have other like pizza toppings now, but this is like the original. You can even it says original in big letters on the package. So yeah. Maybe it's just childhood memories. I've had this in my adult age as well, Kamos. It's just very mediocre, very lackluster. And I've had other frozen pizzas that are heads and shoulders above this in taste. Yeah. Sauce is like ketchup? Yeah, the sauce is kind of more like ketchup, honestly. You would definitely eat it. It's not bad. I was about to say it's not bad, but I think sometimes it can be kind of bad. It's not like atrocious. Like it's not like you're going to, if you like pizza and you like these ingredients, you're probably going to be like, well, that was a pizza. It's like the most like, that was a pizza that you will ever have. But you're probably not going to go like, whoa, that was good. So yeah. It's frozen pizza out of 10. I don't know how to rank it, but I put it in the bad category. If I give it a try, but honestly you can see yourself not liking it after this talk.
Come on.
It also has a very like distinct flavor. It has like Grandiosa flavor. They've kind of like encapsulated the flavor, and since it's so popular, if I like smell this or like have a taste of it, I will be like, yeah, that's Grandiosa. Like that's the thing. Like that's just what it is. They've kind of like become its own thing. It feels like it's separate from frozen pizza in a sense. It's just Grandiosa. So it's a little bit strange, but I had to put it on here because at this point it has been like a traditional like household like mainstay. Also Envy, welcome back to the Common Squad. It's not delivery, but it's definitely not DiGiorno's. It's not DiGiorno's. I don't think Norway even has DiGiorno's. Iconic for better or worse. Yeah, it's its own thing. Yeah. Is it like thin crust too? It doesn't have a... as you can see in the image here, like next to me, it barely has any crust on the edge, but the crust underneath it is a little bit thicker. It's not a thin crust pizza. It's like a medium crust pizza. So you might think like, oh, that's a lot of filling. You can kind of scrape up the filling, and I think the filling is like 1/4 of it, I want to say. And then this is like a thick, fluffy dough disc, and since the dough isn't that impressive, that's kind of part of the reason why. Like this looks like the filling might go deeper, but no, it's like very like top heavy. But yeah, it's easy to scrape off the filling. Dough disc, yeah, like a dough disc. Like a dough frisbee. Yeah. It's a strange national icon that no one really likes. I feel like some people like Grandiosa, but I don't... Maybe some people love it, but don't feel like a lot of people like love it. It's basically a circular loaf bread with topping. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, this is Grandiosa. And then I think my final slide, yeah, the source of my images. I think all or the majority of my images comes from like these 3 websites. Which one of them, the bottom one, is like also a grocery store chain, but they have a lot of food pictures. So if any of you want to go and look at more food pictures, they're there. But this was my presentation of good and bad Norwegian food. Yeah. Good and bad Norwegian food, which, as you can see now, includes a whole lot of potatoes and veggies of the boiled format, of the boiled kind. Much boiled, much potatoes, and much veggies. And Norway does atrocious things to fish. Also good things to fish, but also disturbing things to fish. And yeah, I say that as a Norwegian. I say that as a Norwegian, so I feel like I can say it, okay? I can trash talk my own country's food, right? Right? I think I can do that. But yeah, let me go over to my Halloween screen. Oh wait, let me just use my come big button. Big. Oh, and you guys aren't on the screen. Let me put you there. Norwegian shambles because of me. I hope I didn't offend any Norwegian camels, but honestly, again, this is also kind of my subjective opinions on stuff. A different Norwegian might have some different opinion on some of these dishes, but I did provide you good images. At least, like, I tried to get good images of the dishes that I don't like, so you can kind of also form an opinion based on, like, the good food images. Yeah, yeah. This background is giving you culture shock after all the Norwegian food. Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Did I try and convert you to like boiled potatoes? If anything, I was trying to make you prepare your potatoes in more exciting ways. Whoa! Come on, mama. But not the boiled potatoes. Sip! Thank you for the 50 coins. Arigato. Thank you for the great and questionable dishes with all the boiled potatoes. I'm now sure that the regions that are secretly Germans, probably hiding in the Bielefeld. ICA. Bielefeld. I mean, Norway does have a lot of stuff from Germany, so it would make sense if some of the dishes are similar. Wait, Kamos, did you like this type of stream? This is my first time doing this type of stream, I think. Like, obviously, I can speak more confidently on topics related to Norway because I'm Norwegian. Like, would you like me to do this type of thing more in the future? Like, maybe like with other things? Kind of surprised there's no chicken. Norwegian traditional dishes doesn't really include chicken a lot. Like, we eat a lot of chicken here, but like from other cultures. Yes. Oh, you would like maybe I'll do like for other topics related to Norway. We'll see. I won't do it super often because I have to make PowerPoints ahead of time, but occasionally, occasionally I'll do it. Yeah. It's like a one-way culture exchange. Yeah. Maybe it would be fun to do one around Christmas where I explain like Christmas traditions. Because I think Christmas traditions are kind of different depending on which country you're in. Really like my non-gaming streams. You wish I did more? I feel like for non-gaming streams, like either they take a lot of prep, or I feel like I'm just rambling about random things if it's just a pure satsu. Looney, welcome back to the Kamo Squad. It was really neat. I was looking them up, and weird ones were just how was people historically, how food was food historically preserved so people don't starve. Ah, yeah. The preservation of food. True. I was like, Giri, welcome back to the Kamo Squad. Thank you for the presentation, Kanna. That was really fun. I want to learn more about Norway from you. I get to relive my school days with the PowerPoints. Yeah, I want to do a baking one. The problem with the baking one is that there won't really be a lot of cursed food. Like, it'll just be good food because I feel like most baked dishes that Norway does is genuinely good. We just do some cursed stuff on the savory food side. But yeah, I'll try and do these ones, I guess, more occasionally. Since you like them. Norse mythology is great. The problem is, Kamals, I'm reluctant to do this type of thing for topics of Norse mythology because I feel like it would become more of a quotation of sources because that would be more of like history learning. So I think I like discussing like Norse mythology and more in the sense of like if I'm playing God of War, like the modern God of Wars, discussing Norse mythology then, because I would not wanna present any historical facts to you and then have them be wrong. Like if I do that, it like obviously in like a regular stream, like that's like you were slightly mistaken. But if you do like a Norse mythology like themed stream, I would want my sources to be accurate, and that would take a lot of scientific research and historical document research and stuff. Yeah. And that would be quite time-consuming to prepare for it. Oh, welcome, Raiders! Hi! I hope you had a nice stream, Cynthia. I hope you get some rest or some food depending on what you're doing. Hi, Raiders! You just missed the main part of the stream. We were, I was presenting bad and good Norwegian food. So if you want to see what those are, you can skip on back. I had a proper PowerPoint presentation and everything. But yeah, hi, welcome. I'm Kanna Yanagi, your local duck harpy detective from Glitch Dice. And today I was talking about Norwegian stuff because I am Norwegian. Let's reset the clock. God of War replay. God of War was so fun. God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok, really fun. Norse mythology is my mythology though. You don't think I technically can be wrong? Oh, you definitely can be wrong. I definitely could be wrong, because if I was making a presentation about that, I would want one with sources and proper things. And the thing is, if you're making that type of presentation with sources, then I would have to get into a source quotation, like source citation madness, because it doesn't feel right using historical papers or scientific papers without citing them properly, because that's kind of the thing with scientific literature. Like if you're using scientific papers, you should cite properly, because people put a lot of work into writing them. So I'm kind of like, it would be interesting to do one of those types of streams, but it would be hours and hours and hours of research. Going full on school presentation, yeah. Like doing it more casually for this type of topic, I feel like is fun, because then I can speak more from my own experiences. Like that's basically what I was doing today. I was like speaking from my own experiences, and like experiences of like seeing the food around me, or seeing people like eat the food around me or not eat it and stuff like that. Citations are everything in academia. Yeah, exactly. Correct citations are bloated. Correct citations aren't that bad, but depends on the citation style a little bit. Most North mythos comes from the poetic Edda. Yeah. There's not too many sources for Norse mythology, I think. Yeah. Citation is also useful to justify the claims, to help guide readers who are interested. Yeah, exactly. Like if anyone wants to read further, or if anyone wants to see like where the claims are from, which is kind of, actually, if you look at Wikipedia articles, I feel like often you kind of ignore it, but Wikipedia articles usually have citations for a lot of the information that is on the pages. You can like see the scientific papers they're from, or newspaper articles and things like that. But I think you like tend to like just ignore the citations when you read Wikipedia articles, right? But they do have them. They got tons at the bottom. Yeah, if you look at the bottom of Wikipedia articles, that's where you see them. Of course, not all of them are like equally well cited or equally like scientifically based, but a lot of them have it. Oh yeah, you wouldn't necessarily, if you write an academic paper, you wouldn't necessarily use Wikipedia as an article. I remember in high school we got told like, use sources, but don't use Wikipedia. But they do a lot of them have basis in science. Hi for jumping in. Hi Kanna. But yeah, so I want to do more of these types of streams, but there'll probably be of more like fun type topics. Like today, like I can do a deep dive into Norwegian baked goods. Should you eat them? Like that type of stream, because I don't think I can do a great and bad Norwegian one, because I'm just probably going to be gushing over Norwegian baked goods, because honestly, that's like my favorite category of Norwegian food is the baked goods. But I could do like a deep dive into Norwegian baked goods, or like what are Norwegian holiday traditions like, and then just go into like what my holiday traditions were growing up. Foster Stream, wow, thank you for the super coins. There's also a lot of prices on potato mentioned in this list. You might have been converted into potato lover now. I will say, yeah, there's a lot of good things you can do with potatoes as well. Tier list that is all S tier, yeah. I don't melt my bread with lye. No, I don't melt my breads with lye before I eat them. The fish, though, Norway does do that. I just don't want to eat the live fish. Couldn't always use a tier list to showcase the Norwegian baked goods. Yeah, I want to do more tier list streams, but I want to do them for silly things like tier lists, but it's winter sports rated in would this winter sport kill me? Like not in like how exciting are the winter sport to watch, but like sports, maybe like sports in general, and I rate them on like a rating of like how likely am I to die? Because I feel like that's a rating, especially for winter sports, that I could do. Or I also want to do like rating outfits, like rating all the outfits in reverse 1999, because the outfits are absolutely stellar. Skeleton S tier. Skeleton. I don't even think that's the worst. Actually, that's up there. That's up there among the worst one. If you don't know what skeleton is in winter sport, it is terrifying. But I would say ski jumping as well is like up there with things that are terrifying. But yeah, there's a lot of like fun tier lists I can do. But at the same time, I love gaming so much. It's a hard balance, Cosmos. Because I love doing fun things like this, but at the same time, I also love gaming. Will I cook for you sometime? It's a little bit difficult. I might do something like a cooking decorating stream in the future. I've been wanting to do that forever. But the problem is I probably won't be able to eat the cookies. So it feels like a waste. And if I'm going to cook something, it will just be rice and chicken, because that's what I eat every day. Because of my crippling food allergies, so yeah. Another issue of not enough time in the day. But yeah, so maybe like I'll try and do this like once every 2 months, or like once every month or something like that. I'll try and do a more of like a prepped satsu, because I have to do a couple of hours of prep for this to make my little PowerPoint and find images and like whittle down Norwegian dishes. So I'll probably do like maybe a couple like once a month or once every second month. About as often as my days off, yeah. I have my planner calendar now. Makes it easier to know what to plan for. True. It does make it easier to plan. Yeah, so maybe something like that. So more frequent than I have done, but not an every week thing. An every week thing I think would stress me out, and I would run out of topics. But yeah, occasionally. And I get to show you more images, because often when I satsu like randomly on stream, we talk about a lot of interesting stuff, but I never have images to show you, because I would have to prepare them ahead of time, or I would have to like pause during stream and be like, okay, Google, show me a good image. But this way I can prep images ahead. Running out of yapping topics? I might never run out of yapping topics, but I feel like I would run out of like more dedicated satsu topics. I can always yap your head off about like everything and nothing, but if you wanna have like a little bit more for theme, a little bit more of the direction, any type of stream, you'll definitely drop by. Aw, you're so sweet. Yeah. Tomorrow though, we're doing something else new. We're watching Detective Conan openings, which I'm actually really looking forward to, because it will be kind of like a deep dive into like anime openings from the 90s until today. It will be almost 30 years. I think it's like 29 years of anime openings in within one anime, which is absolutely insane. Like, we'll get to see the span of 30 years of openings in one anime. So I'm kind of intrigued to see how they change. Yeah, it started airing in 1996, so it's like 1996 to 2025 for the openings. Does Conan hold up in current year as a new viewer? I would say there's some core episodes, like you can skip a lot of Conan actually. I'm pretty sure there's a list out of like the core Conan episodes, Also, if you want to like skip through the earlier stuff, you can probably like look up a core list. But I think there's a hard shift. At least I started watching Conan more in the modern years. And there's a hard shift that happens at around episode 300 something, I think. It is 300 something or 400 something. I think it's 300. Where one of the main voice actors changes. And that was like a little bit trippy for like 20-30 episodes afterwards to get used to. But yeah, you can probably skip through some of the earlier stuff if you don't want to watch the earlier animation. But honestly, for me, Conan is really good, really good. Even the older stuff. I feel like individual episodes, if you don't like the premise of a case or stuff like that, as long as it's not one of the main story ones, you can skip it without consequence. But it's like the type of like fun, intriguing, episodic crime show thingy. Was the recast a good replacement? I honestly don't remember what the original one sounded like anymore. I really like the current actor. They're kind of like different vibes, but they're both good, I think. Also, Katya, hi, welcome raiders. I bet a good stream. I hope you get some rest or some food. And Kanna, I'm Kanna Yanagi, your local duck harpy detective from Glitch Stars. Welcome. We talked about good and bad Norwegian food today, but now we're just yapping a little bit. One of your favorite animes is Detective Conan? Yeah, it's one of my all-time favorites for sure. Also, I think I've barely drunk any water this stream. Water. Here you go. Oishi. Delicious. Very delicious. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. Is it for midterm stretches? I actually am considering combos. So what I'm considering, I wanna drop by the store. I actually wanna go out to the store and pick up a package. I wanna go do that, and the store closes at 10. So I was considering ending the stream earlier, and then maybe doing a little bit of a guerrilla like chill gaming stream afterwards. This late, yeah, going up and picking up a package late. Because I want to go to the store, pick up a package, maybe take a shower, and then maybe zoom on back home afterwards to do a little bit of gaming. Let me put up a waiting room. I think maybe I'd be back home and ready to game again by 10, so maybe from like 10 to 12. Yeah, I was thinking Slime Rancher. I think it's Slime Rancher for sure. Bum 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 bum. That's what my brain has been hooked on lately. Let me reuse the waiting room. Bum 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 bum. There we go. Bum bum bum. Okay, this is good. This is good. I'll set up the start time for... I might start earlier. I don't know, comments, but I'll set up the start time for 10 just in case. It takes longer than I think. Sneeze. Ah, there we go. I think... Can someone check if the waiting room is up? It might take like a couple of seconds before you see it. But hopefully it'll be there. You got double sneeze today. Oh, I don't drive. Yeah, I don't drive. Luckily, I live within walking distance of the store that has like the package pickup. But, Kamos, I'll be rounding off now though. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Oh, by the way, if you want the birthday merch, it ends tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. So, today and tomorrow is the final chance if you want to pick up any of the birthday merch. Or should pin the link in chat today. But yeah, I will see you, Kamos. I'll raid into... Oh, let me set up the raid. I'll raid into the waiting rooms. I'll see you in like around an hour. So I'm going to pick up the package, cuddle the cat a little bit, and then take a shower. And just chill more. I'm bad at chilling my merch. Because I feel like if you want it, it's there. I don't wanna push it on it if you don't want it, Kamos. But it's super cute. So I'll see you soon, Kamos. Mwah! I love you. See you soon. Bum 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 bum.